You say you're misunderstood. I think you wish that you could. I know you're up to no good, and I see through it, thought I wouldn't. Turn up the heat just to play, and then you slam on the brakes. You'll get what's coming one day, and I won't be here to numb the pain. Say what you want, but you never got it. You do the wrong, and I bite the bullet. Soon I'll be gone, and nobody will stay for you. Run, 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 my narcissist. Run, 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 'cause he's losing it. No, 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 do the things he did. Run, 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 run from the narcissist. You're like the devil if he I picked apart every piece. It's hard to ever believe. I thought you had just what I needed. It's kinda sad how you lie, like it's a gift that I'll buy. You're really that kind of guy, like you don't even try to hide it. Say what you want, but you never got it. You do the wrong, and I bite the bullet. Soon I'll be gone, and nobody will stay for you. Run, 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 my narcissist. Run, 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 'cause he's losing it. No, 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 do the things he did. Run, 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 run from the narcissist.
Good afternoon, you sexy people. How's everybody doing today? Did you guys have a good evening? Did you guys watch the update of the Whittakers? We're about to get into it all. We about to do the stats. We about to go to Playboard. We are about to overview what Mr. Eric said with his sidekick, the guy, right? It simply amazes me when people get up on a platform and they speak on YouTube and they think that all of us are a bunch of dummies. Okay? They sit there and they are like, well, you don't know nothing about no metadata. You don't know nothing about no YouTube analytics and how the system works. Well, some of us do know. And we're about to go through all of that. Because, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, my uneducated, Velcro wearing shoes tent living opinion, I think that Mr. Eric is thinks he's done because he said he ain't going to talk about this no more. But I think that it's not over for you, sir. In my humble opinion, okay? Because whenever you start messing around with elderly, disabled people and you start profiting from them, some people going to get involved. And now that the state's involved, honey, it's time to meet at that round table with all of your profits, all of it. Okay, and my question for you, sir, is last night it was funny because I was in the chat. Let me show you this shit. This was wild to me. Okay, let me just show you. So I was asking questions. He said he was doing a live to answer the questions. I'm going to do a live and I'm going to answer everybody's questions. I'm going to answer the money questions. I'm going to answer all of the questions. Sir, you talked sideways out the side of your neck. Okay, you did, you did, you did, you did. See over here in YouTube, sir, whenever we say we want to see a receipt, that means show proof. Okay, like proof, not a handwritten bullshit. We say analytics, monetization, revenue profits on every single channel you use the Whittaker's name on. Yeah, we want to see it. We sure do. We surely do. Yes, we do. And I don't know why all of a sudden you think you don't have to. Uh, this is what YouTube is, my friend. And you said that you're an experienced podcaster. Well, let me tell you. Apparently, you don't know that other podcasters, other people that get up here and state their opinion, knows about the analytics and knows about the monetization, knows about stars on your personal page, on the Whittaker Facebook page, all the Facebook pages, all of it. We got a lot to talk about today. But let me show you this. So I was in the chat last night on the Whittaker family page on YouTube, and I had some questions for him, right? So they blocked me. And I never go into someone's chat acting a fool. I was asking the questions that everybody wanted to know. They blocked me. Now you can see here um, that I'm in a different color because they timed me out. They didn't block me. They timed me out. Let me recant that. They timed me out. And this one here, and I know from the back end of YouTube, when you time somebody out, you still have the capability of seeing exactly what they say. So I just kept typing my little fingers off, honey, because I know how the back end of YouTube and StreamYard works. Surely do, because that's what I use. Okay? So I'm not new to this MFer. Okay? So you can shut me down, you can try to shut me up, but I know that you've seen what I was typing because that's how it works on YouTube and StreamYard, okay? So anyway, it says the least you make is 3K per video. And I'm not talking about just the super chats. I'm talking about AdSense. I asked them who receives the monetary money off the Whittaker page and off all of the social media platforms that you utilize for monetary gain, who receives simply the AdSense off of each video. I asked it several times because they weren't answering questions in the chat. I know that they seen them because they blocked me. Okay, they blocked me. And that's all I was asking. I don't ever go into someone's stream and start trying to, that's their channel, their shit, right? But they invited people over to ask questions. They're going to answer all the questions. He circled around so many times I got dizzy. I was dizzy because he just kept circling around, and then showed us some handwritten bullshit, okay, on a damn piece of paper. That ain't a receipt, fool. Analytics. Print, you can print this shit off. You do know that, right? Mr. Eric, and Mr. Sidekick over there. I don't know the other guy's name. All right. But yeah, they damn shut me down because I was simply asking simple questions. But apparently they don't like that. All right. So he went over, he said he wasn't going to talk about any of it anymore. No, they blocked you. Let me tell you. They didn't block me. They timed me out for a long time. Like for a long time. Yes, they did tell everyone to ask anything. They did, Shavy. So I thought, and I was very kind. I wanted to know about the money. I wanted to know about who is the AdSense holder. Okay, so whenever you have a YouTube channel, you fill out the monetization. Then you have to link a debit card, a way of YouTube paying you for your super chats and your AdSense. Okay, now I seen that these two men, Eric and the other guy, that just worked a 10-hour day and he was complaining about it. Then get your ass off of YouTube, fool. Ain't nobody asking. Shut up and sit down somewhere. All right. Welcome to YouTube review channel. That would be me. All right. And I'm coming in hot. Okay. So whenever you have a YouTube channel, you have to have a source of receiving a payment. Who is that account holder? That's simply all I was asking. Is it Patrick? Is it Eric? Is it Mr. Man sitting next to Eric last night? Who is receiving that monetary gain? And what are you considering gifts? What are you considering what you give the Whittakers? Are you considering the gifts, monetary gifts as the super chats and the AdSense, is that what you consider a gift, or only gifts that you receive through Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, whatever other links that you have to people to utilize to send you monetary money? Okay. So that was my question, and he kept ignoring it. So then what did he do? They shut me down. I'm like, no, but I know that they can still see it. Okay, but they never answered the question. They answered no questions. They weren't reading the chat, and they know how to. If you don't know how to slow a chat down, then you're not a podcaster. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that. Okay, yeah, Eric, the knight in shining armor, and that's what he was making it sound like. There's so much that we got to talk about because he kept saying, I was leaving you breadcrumbs. I was leaving you breadcrumbs. Dude, that makes no sense to me. If you knew that there was potentially an issue monetarily with the man that you gave permission to oversee this monetary gain for the Whittakers, why didn't you stop that shit immediately? You, sir, are the one that put allegedly, this is what's being said, allegedly put all of the social media together to utilize for the Whittakers to receive monetary gain. You, sir, have the ability to shut off the monetary gain any day of the week, any time. If you knew that there could be potentially a problem, you should have handled it. And another thing, sir, Eric, Mr. Eric, what you could have done, because he brings himself up here and his sidekick, we're smarter than the average bear, we're over here doing God's work. Well, let me tell you, you need to have a business plan, a game plan before you turn monetization off the one freaking video with the Whittakers involvement. You should have already had a fund set up for them. You should have already had an accountant in place. Did you not watch any of the videos from Mark and what had taken place? You can't be that illiterate and that with no common sense. Even some slow person like myself could have figured that shit out. Okay, I could have figured that. Be like, nah, we need to have an outside source mess over this money. We should have had a trust set up before I even filled out for monetization on any platform on social media. Okay, if you were out here doing God's work, that's what he was doing. And he played the victim, honey. This guy played the victim. And I said, you ain't no victim. Honey, you are not no victim in this situation. You know who the victims are? Again, are the Whittakers. The Whittakers. They're the victim. There would have been GoFundMe, breadcrumb things, so effing shady. I'm not looking for clues. This isn't Blue's Clue, bro. This is people's life. This is people's life. All right? You have inserted yourself into a situation and you didn't think about the potential repercussions if you didn't set it up according, and you call yourself a seasoned adult, like you got this shit under wrap. Like, I'm seasoned at this. I know exactly what I'm doing. And it took you 2 months to rip a family to shreds, in my opinion. To absolute shreds. And then you have the nerve to blame it on a 70-year-old woman. That's Betty. Do you understand the trauma, the emotional? She goes with the flow. And we've seen it with Mark's videos. Whoever's in front of her, she will agree with. That's how she survived all her life, in my opinion, you walking moron. Jesus, criminy. I mean, oh my goodness. So he decided, he was going to show us some receipts. Okay. And always asking for money. This Patrick, and let me tell you, Patrick getting off the hook, let me tell you what. If he knew that Patrick had a hell of a past, like taking the money from the grandmammy, somebody done told him he stole the money from the grandmama. Let me tell you, you're not smart enough to say, you know what, this probably isn't a good idea for him to be over the Whittaker's money. But you call yourself smarter than the average bear. Okay, boo boo. Okay? Jesus. I mean, you can't make this shit up. So here is what has been sent, okay? This is all the transactions here that apparently has been sent back and forth with these guys. So you paid Eric Carroll 5,000. That's the monthly split part, right? And let me tell you something about this monthly split shit. How many Whittakers live in the home? I want to say five, I think. I could be wrong. Let me tell you, I'm subject to error. I'm a fucking human. All right. We'll just say five. All right. So you have five Whittakers that they're the main subject in the content, right? Then you have Patrick and Eric. That's seven. That money there, Mr. I give him a percent, should be split seven ways if between them. So instead, what they've done is split three ways: the Whittakers as a whole, Eric and Patrick. Now, is that a good deal to you guys? Would you sign a contract that says, yeah, come in and record my family and everything about us, and we're considered as one whole, and you are considered as a whole, Eric, and you are considered as a whole, Patrick, and we're just going to split it three ways, and that's fair? And then he wants to complain about the money. I spent this, and I spent that, and I spent this, and I spent that. What do you think it was going to be? Seriously? You weren't going to ever be expected to spend any money, but you're out here doing God's work. Make that shit make sense. That wasn't a good business deal. Yes, Patrick is a grown man with that rap sheet. He isn't changing anytime soon. Eric kept saying, I was hoping he would change. Let me tell you what, when you're messing with someone else's life and messing with their money and you're putting them on camera, you ain't got time for nobody to change. You either shit or get off the pot. You get shit or get off of the pot. You call yourself looking out for the Whittakers, Mr. Eric, but you let somebody with a rap sheet as long as the day is be over their financial. I think that he was going to be your scapegoat, in my opinion, allegedly. So when shit falls down, I mean, the best one to blame it on is a criminal, right? I mean, am I going somewhere? I mean, I don't know, allegedly. This is just everything I say on this podcast. On this video is from my opinion, my observation from the information that they have been giving out on their social media. It is not fact-based. It is of opinion, okay? There you go. So, oh, wow, this is crazy. So there's the money. Here's what they've made, and this is off of Facebook. Okay, and if you read it here, this is the last 28 days. If you look at the very top, the last 28 days, content monetization, they made $11,046. Okay? That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And keep in mind, folks, keep in mind that they get a third of it. They're split three ways. Why? Why? Why is it split three ways? Things aren't adding up here, sir. Things aren't adding up. And that's just off of one. That's just off of one. Now, he also let Patrick have Facebook pages that you could call Timmy. Time with Timmy. And allegedly, I heard through the grapevine, it was $29 to FaceTime with Timmy. Talk about exploitation at its finest. And he knew this was happening. He said he shut the Timmy time down, though. But the page still existed. They have page, if you go through Facebook, and you see them on there talking and they're chatting with people. They have at least three. The Eric Carroll, the Whittaker, and then this other Patrick. That's three on there. They have four at least that I know of, because I didn't go to TikTok. Maybe on TikTok too. I don't do TikTok. Four that I've come across that they are monetized channels. What are the Whittakers? What pages are the Whittakers making money off of? Okay. And he said that he answered questions. And this is the receipt that he gave. Some chicken scratch. He just said, here y'all go. Here y'all go. just stop. I can't take it no more. My life's been turned upside down because I was out here trying to do God's work, my life's been turned upside down in 2 months. Yes, JB, that's what it was. 29.99 to talk time with Timmy. Go over to Facebook and check it out. Go over to Facebook right now and go over to Patrick's page over there, and it'll say in blue underneath the about section, and it'll say Timmy time. And I'm like, Lord, oh, board me? Okay. All right. Didn't know there was a meeting today. Guess I'm not going. I didn't know. Bring me the notes back, hubba. So let's read what this is. I have to minimize it a little bit. It says, I need you to send me $7,479.93. That will be what I need to reimbursement. And also I will have the Whittaker part of their money to hold on to, which will leave you with a total of $5,954.52. That is your pay for the month. That's a pretty good payday. Well, for the guy that's living in the house with his shitty damn house there, he said that, that Patrick guy, he living high on the hog, honey. Okay? That's not a bad payday, bro. That's what you will get to keep once I get the money from you. I'm going to get the trust website and everything set up. I told you I'm going to pay Sean some money, but I'm going to take that out of my cut. So he's making as much as old boy here, so he's the equal amount of money over here. Okay? Even I don't know, has to worry about that coming out of their trunk. That's going to be all on me. I just feel glad to do it. It's going to be 500. So the guy sitting next to him, apparently, he's going to make him a little bit of cash too. Okay, that was sitting next to him last night. So last night, and this is my proof, you have been placed in timeout by the owner of this video or a moderator. So people need to pray. And I said, and I just put laugh out loud because I seen that I was placed on the thing. So yeah. So they're all making some pretty big bank here. And this is from Patrick. Can I borrow some money on the Whittaker account until our next payday so I can buy these windows? And this goes in to say something like, bro, they need that money. We got to get the trust account and all that set up. They need the other 2,500 over. They only got 1,000 out of their 3,000 from last month. Think about this, folks. This is the trail that he knew about. They only got 1,000 out of their 3,000 last month. Why? Because these motherfuckers are spending their money. Wow. And he knew about it. God worker over here knew about it. And he's not shutting it down. He's not shutting it down immediately. Okay, I know you're saying you bought some stuff with it, but this is the thing. That stresses me out with us. Patrick is the money. I had to pay for the website. We're going to have to pay for the security guard. Unfortunately, they don't have any money right now. You got paid 6,000 this month and 3,000 last month. Where is the 9,000 going to? I just got to ask you, that's a lot of money, dude. My money is going in these trips. I'm about to finance this trip out of all of that. And we have to pay the security guard, get the protective orders, the trust account, and their banking accounts. We don't need to be touching their money at any point in time. Somebody send someone to say, hey, where's their money, and show us you're protecting it and you don't have it and you're spending it, you're going to be screwed. And that's where we're at today, folks. Okay. No one set up a trust fund. They have their accounts set up now, don't they? Because they're getting their money. But the people that they're making content off of have not have their own accounts set up. To me, you are not doing it for the benefit of the Whittakers, because your accounts are set up and you're getting paid on a regular basis. They got $1,000. Y'all got your 6 and 5 and 3. They got 1,000 and they have no account set up. So anybody that knows how to math or write a fucking check says something isn't mathing here. Something doesn't smell right in Whittaker Field. Okay? This isn't right, folks. Mm-mm. So last night, they say, all about the money. I'm not going to do this anymore. I don't want anything. This right here, this pink is, I believe, a $50 super chat. The whole time that they were doing this, talking about money, their monetization was 100% on, receiving Cash App super chats. And that's why I'm showing you this. They have it, and you have an option to turn it off, okay? You have an option to turn it off. And they chose not to. They simply chose not to. And it's a shame. It's an absolute shame. They just kept racking in the money, racking in the money, racking in the money. So we'll go ahead and jump over and watch the stream from him last night. If you think I'm kidding you, he didn't answer any questions. None, zero, zilch, nada, not a damn thing. All right. And some of the things he was saying was kind of disgusting about the conditions. And he didn't think that he was in over his head. This is not my content. It is the Whittaker page. I'll turn it on um, higher speed using this underneath the fair copyright fair use act. Okay, share the screen. What do you want, little doggy?
And something that they've done to them or some scam it's been everywhere.
Wow.
I've been contacted by people, how they've got my number. I have no idea. It's been nonstop, dude. And it's just, I just really hate this for the guy, because if anybody thinks I'm taking pleasure in this,
No.
I'm so over it. I think this is going to be my last update. And if, you know what?
So we'll see if this is going to be his last update. While this is monetization's on, his monetization's still on Facebook. So who's going to get all of this money? And also, he mentions in here that there have never been any kind of medical thing set up for them. Whenever you're talking about coming in and helping a family, don't you think you should meet their basic needs first? Don't you not think that you need to go over exactly what it was your plan? Like to build them a house? Was your plan? Or was it to help them on every level that they need to be met so they could know how to function in a newer home? I'm talking how to bathe, how to wash their clothes, how to fix proper meals, take care of themselves with hygiene. Maybe hire some aides to come in, someone to come in and clean up the house, come there 3 or 4 times a week to keep it cleaned. Have a nurse come in and check with the two elder people that were that are in the family. Okay. No, you couldn't do that though, right? That you just wanted to fundraise for a new house. They would still be living in the same conditions though, Eric. Okay, like real talk, man. Like you have got to start a solid foundation. All right, and they need to know how you got to meet them emotionally, spiritually, all of that before they can go into a new home and live a better life. And that's real talk to you, sir. Like no disrespect on that, I think that some shady shit went down. I don't know why. I'm not calling you a shady character, but in my opinion, people tend to get caught up in the way that social media moves so quickly. You get caught up in making the content. It's a high, it's a rush. You get a lot of views, you make a lot of money, and then you're on that train, man. And it's hard to step back and be like, okay, what's my original purpose? And why did I start this? And hey, I'm getting off rail here. And I have this guy over here taking the money, taking the money. I see red flags. I see red flags. I need to stop it now, get it back on track, and continue. All right? But no, that didn't happen.
really thought about it. I was emotional when I did the update earlier because I'm just
No, you had all that built up.
freaking appalled, dude, at everything that's going on.
Yeah, he did.
And, you feel like you want to get this out because you feel like you've been so wronged. And then I'm like, dude, I'm not going to keep this going. This was supposed to be about their house being built, the family being taken care of, and it's turned into a circus.
But would you? Oh, I get so frustrated. I'm gonna let this play real quick. Let me put a banner up over it because I think my dog needs to be let out, and I gotta take care of my dog first, honey. Okay. So let me put my copyright thing here, and I'll let it play real quick while I open the door for him.
And,
Yeah.
but I have to get that information out. And then when an accusation gets made, I have to respond. I knew I was in the public eye. You're talking about a family that already went through a scandal before.
Right.
And
you worked really hard to keep that from happening again. For those that know, Eric and I have known each other for quite a while, and I know a lot of the behind the scenes stuff.
Okay.
And from the get-go, his whole thing has been about transparency. How do we make sure we help these guys and doing it the right way? And people don't know me from Adam. All I can tell you is that from the get-go, his goal has, how can I help this family? And knowing what happened, how can I make sure it's done transparently? And how can I make
Okay, so that's the key word there, sir. Knowing what had happened previously. Then there should have been steps already put into place before any money exchanged and anything had happened. You just said, let's go back 10 seconds.
family and knowing what happened, how can I make
What do you mean knowing what happened? Sir, come over and let's talk. What happened? What does he know that happened? About Mark? Is that what you're speaking of? Or are you going to twist it into something else?
sure it's done transparently? And how can I
Writing chicken scratches on a paper doesn't mean transparency. Opening up your analytics, your monetization on every platform that you utilize and show where the money is and show what you have gave the Whittakers, you and Patrick, that's transparency.
make sure nothing like this ever happens again to him?
I knew going into this, dude, after the stuff with Mark, that people thought anybody involved would be. And I knew right away, if I get involved in this, I'm going to be under that same microscope.
Right.
Then why didn't you have the correct? You carry yourself like a smart man. Why did you not have the proper steps before you hit that monetization button? We know why, right? Because we're content creators, right? We know why.
That numerous times because of what they did with the money from Mark, and it's just one big freaking mess, dude. I was going to be accountable and transparent regardless, but after some of the events I'll discuss with you tonight, you'll realize I really was, like I said, planning on just being over it. I talked to Patrick's daughter earlier, who was wanting to, and I'm going to tell you, does she have some grievances? Sounds a few, more than a few. But that's his personal life, man. And I'm not going there. I'm going to keep this about the Whittakers and what our involvement was. And if she sees this, I'll gladly talk to you. If I can help you in any way, if you need a listening ear, I'll be there. And I definitely feel your pain. And I believe you have a right to feel the way you do. Trust me, I get it. I get it. And I've heard this from a lot of people. But I want to keep it focused on this because right now, a family has been divided, and that was the exact opposite of what we were trying to do here, dude. Right. I mean, it's really hit me tonight. It sucks. But yeah, the dude, locals, I don't know how they're finding me. It's crazy. It's crazy the support in this area. Any other detraction?
Let me see what this says. Oh. Yeah, he always says out of pocket. Dude is a moron. Poor Betty. The whole family tore up and suffering. I saw that Betty had to go to the hospital last night. Yeah, I know that someone had said that she was missing, but I can't confirm that. That was said on this live. And then I went over to the Facebook page on that Eric guy, the gentleman on the left, and it was said that she was found. So I don't know if she had I can't verify that information. I'm not a local. I don't know anyone that is communicating with anyone. I'm just getting the information that's on social media. They put me in girl, they put me in a timeout too. I don't know if you're behind, Taylor, or not, but I seen you in there. I tried to tag you, but I was on my phone. I was like, girl, they timed me completely out. Yes, girl. Last night, uh-huh. So hopefully if Betty did get taken, she's probably very, very upset. Let me tell you, there are so many layers of trauma in this family. It's generational trauma. All right. And whenever you are going to take on this task, you need to have key players set up in this. Okay. And this is bigger than an Eric. This is bigger than an Eric and his buddy, in my opinion. Okay. And he may have went in with two motives, helping and money. I mean, come on. Ain't nobody out here doing shit for free anymore. Come on, man. All right. Ain't nobody out here doing shit for free. All right. That's not what was going on here. He probably had good intentions, got in over his head, and didn't know how to back out. All right. But you have to come up and say that shit. All right. I told them you have all of YouTube. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, I tried to tag you last night. I seen you in there. I was like, holy shit. They tagged me out or they timed me out. But you know, Taylor, they can still see. When you time someone out, the channel holder that's, and the moderator, they can still see what you're typing. You know that, right? Unless you're completely blocked. So I kept typing because I knew we could see it.
It's mostly been from like people on the internet that are trying to put.
Actually, you see it better than just the chats because you're like in a different color. No, I think he came in with some good intentions, but like a regular, I'll just let this
Internet trolls, yeah.
I mean, I guess this is an exciting thing for some people. I don't find it that exciting.
Yeah, your goal again was to get here, help the family, get them what they haven't been able to get in the past, and you've really had hope. I mean, I'm usually the pessimist out of us, and
We
you really had hope.
And another thing is like he keeps repeating himself. He likes to hear him talk about it. I mean, guys, you got to understand. Even now, we'll probably even have somebody on this.
Absolutely, they have trauma. They have every true crime people watching the Whittakers. They just do. So they're going to get reviewed. They are going to get analyzed. They are going to have conversations about what happened because they brought it to YouTube. A lot of different sectors watch the Whittakers because of Mark. Period. All right. So they're going to get reviewed, like it or not. So I wanted to show you guys this too, real quick before we get over here. And then I'll go back to it. This is off of Playboard. If you want to find out what people make on YouTube, you can go to a thing on Google that's called Playboard. And it says total revenue from August 12th. Now, let me tell you something. The cycle runs to the 21st. Let me see. This is going to have two payment cycles in it. Not two, but it's going to be overlapped. All right. Let me see. No, actually, it won't. So this is for one revenue, I believe. So from August 12th to September 10th, they made, and this is in Super Chats, as you can see here, it's Super Chat, where it's under red, it's just Super Chats, not ad revenue, not Cash App, not Venmo, not PayPal. They've made $8,591. Okay? That's just super chat money. That is not ad revenue. When you have 1 million views, you have a lot of views, you get paid a lot of money in ad revenue. And I'm not making it up. It's just the way it goes. Okay. Hey, we're getting big donos. They were getting, and that's not counting last night. Okay. That's not counting last night. But they were getting big donations last night. And that's why I shared some of the information that I did. From the screenshots because they were getting $100, $50 cash apps. Okay, but they're not collecting any. They're done with this. They're not doing it no more. Okay, then turn off the monetization. I want to know who the channel holder is and who the AdSense is under, what name it's under. That's what I would like to know.
This live, who's Timmy's ad? I've had to repeat myself time and time again because people get this one video or they don't get this
exactly.
one. Exactly. That over
right.
it, dude. I'm so
let
over
me
it.
specify that.
Before this, I am
Correct, Captain Obby. Let me specify that. That's just on YouTube. That's not on Facebook. I don't know if they have a Twitter or not. They all have social media accounts with the monetization on. That's just off of YouTube, folks. It would be easy for me to say they're making at least, well, we can add it up. They're both getting $6,000 a piece. That's over 20 grand a month. And they can't go out and hire a nurse and a house cleaner to come in and clean that house because they're out here doing God's work. Come on, man.
Proud to know that I was able to sound the alarm on abuse, because Timmy doesn't deserve that. Ray didn't deserve that. And I have a feeling Lorraine was trying to tell me something. And those three can't tell you what's going on. And they just don't deserve this. I'm going to go through some of the stuff, though, because the money is now the thing that's going on. I'll tell you from the very get-go, I told everybody I called Adult Protection Services on the second day that we couldn't get a protective order because we felt like we had nothing else. Never hid that. I said, I called Adult Protective Services. Me and Timmy went and met. I told Betty that. I told Patrick that. What I might not know is Adult Protective Services had been called out to Patrick a month prior to that. And I was told, he said, get the fuck out my yard. I will sue you and get my attorney. Get out. And they said they was legit wanting to come up and shake his hand and say thank you for helping the family. But that's what ended up happening. And then he called and told me about it. And he was like, all right, we don't have to worry about them. He's like, I told him to get out my yard. I was like, Patrick, you don't tell Adult Protection Services. I mean, I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm going to admit, up until that moment, I'd never heard of Adult Protection Services. We always talked about Child Protective Services.
Right.
I didn't even know. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but yeah, but I guess there have been many reports that had been made, and they have to follow up on it. And they said once they get more than one report, hey, this has been going on. They have to go check up on it, dude. And I'm glad they do. I'm glad they do. But when I met with them,
Here's
I said,
the problem that I have with
Patrick,
Eric.
this last month.
The problem that I have with Eric is if he kept saying, I left breadcrumbs everywhere for you guys from the beginning. You shouldn't have done that. If you were a man that is out here trying to help a family and you seen red flags and you knew it was happening, then why did you not stop it? All right? Why did you not stop it? Until the BJ thing came about, then you decided to blow a gasket and stop it. It wasn't about the guy potentially scamming money from the Whittakers. It wasn't about that because you were getting your cut, wasn't you? The Whittakers weren't getting their cut. You were getting yours, and Patrick was getting his. The Whittakers didn't get all their cut, now did they? It just said, I just showed you the damn text. They only got $1,000 of their $3,000 out of their payout. But you got yours, and Eric and Patrick got theirs, but the Whittakers didn't get theirs. So it didn't really affect you financially, now did it? Did it? So you didn't decide to say anything about the red flags, huh, Eric? Okay.
Gave me the Whittaker's money because the money went into Patrick's account that was coming in thus far. Patrick gave me their money. I'm holding on to it. I've been trying to put it in a trust. The attorney is Robert Dunlap, Beckley, West Virginia. He will vouch for me. I was trying to get it done. The day that Betty no-showed the Adult Protective Services, we was going afterwards so I could get that money out of my account. I never wanted to hold on to that money.
Right.
That all started after money started missing.
Right.
And I confronted time after time after time again. That $5,000 that I had, I guess there's some podcast reaching out to me that's wanting interviews, guys. People desperate for a story and to be relevant. I'm not about to sit there and make this the days of our lives. I'm sorry.
Right.
That was the Whittaker's money. There was supposed to be $74.80 that they were owed. I had it all on a pen and paper.
You need to pull it up?
You can, and I will explain this.
All right.
And now I can't read it.
Okay. Well, it says I need you to send me $74.79.93. That will be what I need for reimbursement, and also I have the Whittaker's part of their money to hold on to, which will leave you with a total of $5,954.52.
Which would have been what he was to keep, almost $6,000 after everybody was reimbursed from, like, dude,
I don't
taking
know
the
what
Whittaker's out,
that is.
and everything that was going on cost a lot of money.
Right.
I did it on a very tight budget. You'll hear a different story here in a minute. But I did it on a very tight budget, and then I had to pay for programs. You created the website. We had to buy it. Everything.
Buy the software. Yeah.
LLC. I was trying to get them to trust. Like there was expenses that go into it, and then again the trips, the Airbnbs. People think content creators are making way more money than they actually make, and there are some that do. Don't get it wrong, but if you think that we were just like becoming overnight millionaires or that I'm going to be able to retire.
So what we're seeing here, you didn't really make, or that's a lie? Like the AdSense and what I just showed from my, and this is just going to be one. Let's go back to it here. This wasn't made off of Facebook. Content monetization 11,040. This is just off of Facebook here because there's the stars, $11,000. That's not any money. That's in a month, and that's in 30 days just off of Facebook. That's not any. There's the people that work regular jobs out here in that area. Do they make $11,000 a month? That's not, that's not a lot of money. Oh, I mean, okay. I mean, let me know, honey.
I got monthly bills, and I can't stop working, guys. Now I work around the clock. Dwayne can witness to that. What I do, and if you think it's easy, come try it. And it's moments like these that suck when you got, all this time invested into a platform, and then you see it going away, and you're like, gotta start over again. But in this case, I'm ready to start over again because I can't be a part of that no more, dude. I don't. In the beginning, what it sounded like, if we can go in there, 100% of the donation money was to go to the Whittaker family. The donation money, guys, it's in the contract. I've got the contract handing over to people that need it.
So that he never specified what donations mean. Donations meaning super chat on all platforms and stars and super chats, whatever. Was that a gift? Because they're considered gifts over here, okay? Or was that just the monetary gifts through Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, any of that? So I need to understand that he never specified. I don't know. But the AdSense money is theirs for the keeping. I'm telling you, I don't know. And how did they decipher it? Did they have someone looking at the analytics? If they know how to get to the analytics, then they can just bring that up on this stream then, right? The guy sitting here on StreamYard on YouTube, bring it up, show it. Show us the money.
I've opened up my Venmo.
You just said in the beginning of this stream, you knew coming into this, you were going to have to be transparent. So far, all I've seen, in my opinion, from my observation, is some shit written down on a paper. When there's analytics that can be shown.
Showed him, and listen, I want to say something. I did that. It wasn't asked for. I said, here.
You weren't subpoenaed. Yeah, you weren't subpoenaed to do it.
No. It wouldn't even ever been brought up. Right. I'm like, please, let me show you. 100% of the donation money is supposed to go to the Whittakers. The monetization off of running social media and stuff was supposed to be split between the three of us. That would reimburse what goes on here and everything. We sat down, Betty, Larry, it's all on video. Made sure you understand what.
Okay, so here's what let me go back so we can hear it.
He's supposed to go to the Whittakers. The monetization off of running social media and stuff was supposed to be split between the three of us. That would reimburse what goes on here.
Let me slow it down. Off of whose social media?
And the donation money is supposed to go to the Whittakers. The monetization off of running social media and stuff was supposed to be split between the three of us.
Did he say Ronnie? Am I not hearing it right?
The monetization off of running social media and stuff was supposed to be split between the three of us. That would reimburse what goes on here.
So do you guys think that is fair that the Whittakers are considered a whole and they have their own money, like Patrick and Eric, and the Whittakers are seen as a one, not individual people that are on camera? To me, that in my opinion, if I got myself involved in something like that, I would say each individual is separate. They need their own percentage. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's fair in my opinion.
Everything. We sat down, Betty, Larry, it's all on video, made sure you understand what this means. They was happy. They was going to be doing good. They had a new house.
But that's the thing. Whenever you get with someone that has already been taken by, well, they feel that they were taken or, misused by someone else. I don't know the facts. Not accusing Mark of anything, okay? Not accusing these people of anything. I'm saying the math isn't mathing thus far, okay? I'm not accusing anyone of stealing nothing. I don't know. I'm not there. But what they're saying thus far isn't adding up to me from my observation. So, I'm just confused on why they just can't go onto each platform and show where the money where it's made and how Let's listen.
about to be built. And then, but it takes time to do what we're doing. It was never driven by the money, guys. I love doing what I'm doing. But
Right.
at the same time,
Well, another aspect of this was that people were stealing content from other people and putting it on their own page and earning that money. The Whittakers never saw a dime of that stolen, taken.
This is what you do whenever YouTube, let me inform you, sir. YouTube was built on a reviewing of things on YouTube. You do know that, right? Just like what I'm doing right now. I'm reviewing your shit. I'm reviewing your shit. That's what happens. I'm reviewing you. Talk about the Whittakers. Absolutely, I am. That's how the system works. That's how this works. Okay?
And stuff.
Until this, the Whittakers.
And that's not stolen, it's fair use. I'm not stealing content.
And was not getting a part of their monetization. Unless, you know what? I want to put this out there just in case. I don't know the deal that the Whittakers had with Mark Laida.
Yeah.
I know about the GoFundMe money. And
I'm talking about Bob's Facebook page.
There were some discrepancies in the stories that I've been told about his involvement. So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Me and him had one phone conversation leading up to this because I wanted to give him respect to reaching out to him. I was very worried about when Patrick first started this because I was like, hey, that's Mark's project,
right.
And you don't just come in and pick up somebody like that. But I did talk to him, and he was respectful, and he was distraught. And I'm not going to go too in.
I agree. Yes, after last night, no bunch of BS. Yes, he's a podcaster, knows what goes on with the finances, right? I agree. Yeah, so now he's saying that we're stealing their content. All right, this is what YouTube's been based on. People review what you put on. People review my shit. People take clips of me. This is what happens on social media, sir. I mean, I don't understand what you don't get about that.
Lost his girlfriend, dude.
Right.
And so he's going through a hard time, and people were trying to make drama between the two of us, and it just wasn't true.
Yeah.
I was so glad to tell Mark, hey, guess what? I got right to the knee doctor.
Right.
Positive things. That was my proudest accomplishment. I think. Well, there was a lot of accomplishments out of this, but I'm not proud of the ending. Go ahead, dude.
Well, again, with the thing with Mark, though, all the comments about people, but that's with the exception of Mark. I mean, Mark, he did his thing, did a great job, got the information out there, did a lot there, and used a lot of money to help the Whittakers. I'm talking about the TikTokers and all those guys that would take it or drive by at 2 a.m, that kind of stuff.
It's a very bad fall before we came on here tonight, guys. Dwayne was actually the thing that would make it happen. I'm in pain.
For those out there,
I'm a little bruised up from it.
Where he's at,
I went through a board and it hurt.
Yeah.
And my older age, I don't recover as easy. But so outside, I can't speak to what their arrangement was with Mark, but there is thousands of creators out there that has reposted their content, hey, the inbreds and stuff like that, and they wasn't making that money, and they wasn't being put in the best of light. It was wrong things. We came in and was like, I can do this. This is money that wouldn't be made unless there's work put behind it. You're being put in good light. My goal from the very beginning was the house, but I wanted to make sure that if something happened to Betty or Larry, that the family would have someone there to take care of them so they didn't get what just happened.
Right.
And that would cost a lot of money, guys. Yes, let them stay at their house. And we needed to get a jump.
But from what I've been told, because apparently the research hasn't been done on your side, in my observation, that the house is already in some kind of an agreement. Okay. So that's already been taken care of, Mr. Eric. Second of all, instead of going bowling and out to eat and shopping for things, then maybe that time should have been doing what on the legal aspect, and also meeting them on their emotional needs, because you cannot throw money in a new house at generational trauma. It's not going to work. And I am not qualified to be a therapist. I'm just talking about just basic life skills. You have to teach basic life skills and help them with emotional trauma, generational trauma, before you move them into some other living condition, because the same thing is going to happen over and over again until they're taught a different way. Okay? Instead of buying them a whole bunch of new clothes, why don't you buy them a washer and dryer so they can learn how to wash their clothes, fold their clothes, put their clothes in a drawer instead of going out and buying new stuff. I get it that you want to, it's fun and it's exciting for them, but you're not teaching them basic daily living skills, in my observation, from my point of view. Okay. But it's not, doesn't make good content. I think we would still watch. I think people would still watch the Whittakers learn how to use a washer and dryer. I think we would watch them fold their clothes. I think we would. And I think that would have been a positive. It would have been a positive thing. Maybe I'm wrong. An equal creepy show. Eric tells single dads how to fight the moms to get the kids in their custody. He's an aggressive when he talks about women. Ooh. Spencer, I do know that. I've been trying not to bring my anger of that in. Yeah, I went over and found his too. I didn't listen to any of his things because I was just wanting to go over what was said last night. But, you know, yeah, yes, we would have watched it. We would have watched them. We would have the Whitakers go to therapy. We don't need to know what goes on in those therapy sessions, but it would have been, how did you like it? Did you talk? I mean, all of those things. That is progress. That is changing someone's life, offering them things that will absolutely change their life. You can throw shit on a wall and call it art, but at the end of the day, it's still shit.
Start on that, because let's be honest, we never know when we're going to pass away. And I wanted them to have that there. And if it was in a trust account, if something happened to Betty or Larry, the trustees over that account, or I guess that's the word you use. I never made one before. I was learning this as I went along, but they would be able to oversee that money and make sure that it was taken care of. And it never got to that
And that's
point.
what you were saying from the very beginning of this entire process. We need to set up a trust, a way to make sure that, one, the Whitakers don't have direct access to the money because of what's happened in the past and maybe a little even more recent, and they can be managed because they're not able to handle that money.
Well, and to go further with that, let me be frank. I don't want to get their private too much out there, but yes, they got money every month. I'm sure groceries stuff, there was assistance they were getting. I would imagine that assistance with 5 people, they don't ever go anywhere. They shouldn't be asking me for groceries. They shouldn't be asking me for stuff and things like that. I was glad to go out there and get it for them if there's a need. Let's fulfill it.
Right.
But I was, every step of the way, hey, that money is going to take care of your siblings if something happens. Let me know what you need. But there, yeah, I would say the handling of the money was poor at best.
Right. And you wanted to change that. That was the purpose
Yeah,
of trust.
if trust was there.
So can I ask you if you got a hold of a financial advisor as soon as you turned on the monetization on all platforms? Did you contact a financial advisor to say, hey, this is what we're doing and we need some help? This is the potential that it has. Will you be willing to oversee this, and how much would it cost? And bring that to the community that have been supporting you. So there's a lot of victims involved here. There are people that contributed to helping the Whitakers financially. They're the Whitakers. So there's a lot of victims in this. And sir, I'm sorry, but you keep acting like you've been a victim and you're just simply not. You knew what you were signing up for. You said it in the beginning of this. I knew what I was signing up for. Okay. So did you get a hold of a financial advisor? No? Oh, okay.
Every penny would have been accounted for. Not just with Whitakers, but with me and Patrick.
Right.
I wanted it out of our hands. It was supposed to go, their money would go to a trust, ours would go to an accountant, and we was to get a paycheck.
Right.
We cut from the business. And then everything's honest. And then you
Yes.
get receipts and everything. Because again, my stack of receipts from this trip is like this freaking big, guys.
Hey, show your wallet.
Well, this is a new
Yes.
guy. This is a new guy. This is
but-
the new crew. Well,
Yeah, so
shoot.
this was the first time they were actually not only going to.
I gotta add it back up because I I kicked myself out. So hang on just a second. I kicked myself out. Yes, this is a new set of people. Eric and Patrick. Patrick is a local person that was helping them. He is got a hell of a record. That is recent. Okay, that was recent. Not Let's go ahead and continue watching this. StreamYard and show it. So yeah, Mark is no longer involved in it. It's these gentlemen here. Let me read the chat here. I've been following this too. I'm glad to know someone is saying the things about this guy, Eric. I've been thinking he's major victim. Yeah, he is. He is got a, in my opinion, from my observation, He plays the victim here, and it's not a good look, sir.
Be able to make some, but they were going to be on there in a way that gave them their dignity.
Right. Those were
You know?
I think, a lot different. Is you didn't look at them as the freak show. You look at them as human. The things you did with Timmy, Lorraine, all of them at different times was to.
And they're absolutely not a freak show. In my opinion, they're not a freak show. They are not a freak show. They are, and they have such generational trauma. They live in the backwoods of West Virginia. They have removed from society of what's going on in everyday life a lot of the times, but that doesn't make them a freak show. That doesn't make them less than. They need guidance, they need help. I absolutely agree that they need guidance and they need help. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But it seems like this is the second time that things have not went right. So the question I have to the chat, is it a good, could it be potentially a good thing that adult social services have stepped in now? Do you guys think it could be potentially a good thing here? Any updates about Betty? I seen something about maybe she had chest pains and went to the hospital. I have not seen anything about her as of today. And I did check. While I let this play, I'll go and check um, the Facebook stuff again. But I haven't seen.
Make them feel normal.
I told people about the girl from my dad's church that had the child by her father. Her family, just like the Whittakers do. Just like the Whittakers. The people, this is not as uncommon as they make you think it is. Now, I'm not saying it's like very common, but they're out there. This one just so happened to get the spotlight. And I think because Ray not being able to verbalize and how he talked, and then Timmy and Lorraine, people just fell in love with them, dude. They're lovable people. But I think during the middle of that too, there was losing some sight of Ray sitting in his own fecal matter. He's sitting in his own urine.
Right.
He looks like he's been doing that for days. It's not, and then he just went and laid on the couch.
Right.
Nobody's saying anything. There was
it's normal.
Like I said earlier, Betty and Larry's not sitting in their own fecal matter. They know that's not supposed to happen. So, I don't know.
So again, your plan to kind of catch some of the people up here was, it was kind of an emergency that you came up here almost 3 weeks ago, and you're accelerating the plan to get them that log cabin with the Amish. You had arranged that through other things that you've worked with, all your connections.
The original plan was Patrick reached out to me and told me that he had that video of Larry stealing gas. Oh man, I don't know. We might need to start this from the beginning, Dwayne, because if we do, we're going to be going forward back.
Yeah, maybe
real quick. But I mean, I am repeating myself a lot of times, not because I want to, but I'm trying to give you the full scenario. But I'll go ahead and run through that scenario. Patrick had caught Larry stealing the gas. Patrick's leg was broken, and he was wanting to put Larry in jail. And he told him either BJ goes to jail, you go to jail, or you're getting BJ out. And he was kind of giving him an ultimatum. Either you go tell, because Larry was saying it was because of BJ. Right. And I didn't know up until that point. And then Patrick let me know that Larry had already went to jail for stealing gas. I didn't know any of this, dude. I was very defensive of Larry up until that point. Right. Go back and watch the videos. When anybody would bring up Larry, I was very defensive of him, egg on my face now. But I would like to see the good in people. Right. I want to. I wanted BJ to get hope. But that was what was going to happen. But then I started hearing about the abuse. And they needed a protective order. And the evictions were first. They asked me to get an eviction notice made up, and I did. And they served her with it. Okay? Mm-hmm. But we still got 30 days. And it didn't go over well. And that's when you saw the video of her speeding by with Timmy standing outside. Yeah. And I told my wife, I was like, babe, I feel like I need to be up there. I feel like something's about to go down. Mm-hmm. And being so far away, there's only so much you can do when you're 10 hours away. Right. So I loaded up. I was gone that next morning. And then when I got here, took Larry. Larry didn't really want that protective order. I mean, that was the thing between him and Patrick I took him to do. But he was also there on behalf of Betty, because Betty had told me about the abuse and stuff while we was.
So he's very upset that the protective order did not go through. Let me tell you, see, you're working with someone that has been traumatized by BJ and her addictive ways. She's been an addict for many of years. Okay. So when you get someone, and see, you're not there all the time, she's going to have potentially run into her, or her show up, or deal with Larry. All right. Whenever no one's around. That's intimidation to her. She's 70 years old. People always are after Betty. Betty's had a hard fucking life, but she did make a promise to her dead family that she would take care of her family, and that's been ripped from her now. Why? Because someone wanted BJ, who she's intimidated from. Somebody with the skill set should have came in and helped her navigate through the order of protection, not some guy driving 10 hours away saying, this is what you're going to goddamn do, okay, or else. No, that's not the way. That's not the way you work with someone that has emotional disabilities. It's just not. See, this is where the problem starts, right here. Someone with the lack of skill sets trying to get what they want done, and they do not have the ability to do it because they don't know what is happening with her mentally. If they would have had a psychologist or been working with someone for the last couple months, she may have been able to work with that psychologist, and they could have explained, this is what's going to happen. If she comes, call 911. You're going to be safe. Encourage her to protect herself and her family from someone that has continued through the years to abuse them. Come on, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out, dude. Oh, Lord, I need my blood pressure pills. Hey, Nanya, good to see you, honey. We're over here with these. I'm having a stroke. It's so sad as to what this family is dealing with from taken by the state, Timmy, Lorraine. Yes, Lunar Wolf. It is. It's sad. And this guy over here acting like he's over here doing God's work. Your intentions in the beginning may have been for two reasons. I'm going to tell you it was for monetary gain. Or you would never turn the monetization on for yourself. You would have gave every profit to the Whittakers, okay? If your intentions were out here to do God's work and do good by the Whittakers, you wouldn't have gave a three-way split. You would have individually gave everybody a percent of what they were making off of their content. And you and Patrick would have took the smaller end of the deal, okay? But that's not the way it worked. Hey, Wise Angel, good to see you. And he did look happy, but let me tell you something, Sunnyside. Whenever you take someone out of an environment and show them new things and make them the center of attention, they're going to feel very happy. And I'm glad that he got to experience that. But the old habits, unless they're taught something different, are going to take place again. The cleanliness, how to keep up your space, how to do your laundry, how to wash your ass, how to do all of the things, unless someone is there teaching you how to do it consistently, you know?
There, but when we got to the courthouse, he wouldn't really say anything besides she threatens to say I raped her. But then the next day, I just said, well, let me take Betty. Because Betty was singing like a canary. She was like, BJ does this, does this. I really thought she wanted that protective order, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, she told me she did. I want BJ out. So I took her. And that the whole reason I was up here was to do that. And then when we got it and I was told we had 10 days, I extended it, and then I started working on the house. I might as well be doing what our long-term goal is while I'm up here from Georgia. I'm not just going to sit here and wait on the court date. Let me go meet with the Amish. Actually, there was already a trip planned. Robert Mass was flying in from Idaho the following week. That was when I was originally supposed to be coming up. And so that was like 5 days later. I could have went back to Georgia and drove back. I said, I might as well just stay here, make content, make sure everybody's taken care of. And I did a lot of good for that family while I was up here, guys. And it wasn't on camera. I was going every day and night. I went and spent $140 to get the medicines for the whole family at Kroger. I was just making errands. Do you need anything? Do you need anything? Anything I can do for you, I'm here.
Yeah, the internet's funny because on the one side they're saying that, oh, you didn't spend time with Larry or anyone else aside from Timmy, but then when you do show you doing stuff, then you're just doing
braggadocious.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, it's internet. Pick which one you want.
It's the internet, dude. I mean, right before all this happened, we had that, Rampage Jackson's son, where he almost killed somebody, where he was sitting there reading comments of people on the internet that have no idea what the situation was or anything, but they kept gaslighting him to the point he almost committed murder. This internet stuff is getting out of control, and it's making some people famous that should never have been famous.
Right.
Okay, it's you got to be careful with what you do, guys. And this will be one of those stories that I think will come back. But yeah, it doesn't matter what you do, man. You're gonna have your detractors. You can have it laid out. But I do. I need to go back to the first trip. The first trip when I started seeing the red flags that I came back and told you. Nobody knows this. Me and Dwayne recorded a video a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Dwayne was in possession of it in case something happened. I was ready to sound the alarm maybe even 2 months ago. You remember the date?
I can pull it up, the date that I have it.
We recorded a video. I said, Dwayne, I'm seeing some issues here, and I want to say something, but it's going to set the internet on fire, and it's going to turn from what we're supposed to be doing for the Whittakers, and it's going to go to scandal, what it is right now. And I said, I'm afraid that if I do this, nobody will ever believe the Whittakers again, and they don't deserve this. And I was still trying to get the pieces of the puzzle, but
I think that you misread, because people understand that there are things that happen in this family. We're not blind. I don't understand why you don't think that are people that have watched this for years. We know exactly what takes place. We always have hope for the Whittakers. We always hope that the right person will be set in their path to help them get over the trauma that they experienced throughout their life and have professional people put into place to work with them on a daily basis. All right. And the $140 thing, shut the fuck up, because I can show you again right here what you made off of one platform in the last 30 days. 11 grand. You better go spend that $140 on that medication, buddy pal. I'm just saying, in my opinion, allegedly. Okay? Come on.
Very distraught after that first trip. And in a second, you'll know why.
I'm still trying to find out. I need to do much better.
Okay, well, we can get the official date out later. It was around 1.5, 2 months ago, dude. It was after, go back and find the videos when I was up here the first time, where Timmy was at 7 Brew,
Hey,
and
July 14th.
It's closed, the Shark Dress Man video. It was around that
Looks
time.
like July 14th.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
So, anyway.
Exactly, and that's
that was
what,
my first trip
you
up
know
here.
what?
That wasn't
That's
long
the
after
statement.
Patrick asked me to get involved.
That's exactly right. He came in demanding things to happen, but he wasn't understanding their mental capacity and how their thinking process works because he's not a qualified therapist. He's not someone that has the qualifications to help this family. And in my opinion, neither was Mark. I'm not. Okay? I'm not. I don't know anyone that is qualified, but I know there are qualified people out there that can make a positive effect on the Whittakers. But the state's involved now.
Involved a couple of weeks prior, like I said, he was wanting me to get on camera, and I was like, nope. I don't want the attention. I don't want to be involved. Yes, I know I'm repeating. Some of you have heard this. Some of you haven't. I'm going to go through the story. I'm going from the beginning. And I said, nope, I don't want to be on there. And eventually I did. But in the background, Patrick had me on his page. I was doing work. I was replying as Patrick, talking good to people. You go back and read some of those old comments. You'll know which ones was me and which ones was Patrick. I was not the one that told you to piss off and get the hell out of here. And, you know, different stuff. I've done some of that before, but I wasn't doing it on his page. But I planned that trip to come up here because me and him didn't know each other. I wanted to come up here and see it for myself, okay? But I'm a honest, hardworking guy. Yeah, I make content. If you think it's easy, come try it. Come try it, because not only do you got to make it, you got to promote it, and you got to get it in front of eyeballs. It is a lot of work, guys. It's very demanding. And there is.
Well, let me tell you, you picked something. Let me, because now we're talking about content, right? You make content. You just said you make content. Whenever you pick something that has been a hot topic for several years that Mark introduced to YouTube, all of the platforms, okay? You pick something that is going to take, but like we showed, 2 months, and you have over millions of views on these videos. Okay, you're making $20, $30, $40,000 a month across the platforms. You knew what you were doing. That's why you picked the Whittakers. I'm saying that from my own observation. Okay, I'm saying that because anyone that does create content or has a YouTube channel, you know the hot buttons. You choose to do it or you choose not to do it, and you know what to expect whenever you do it. There is one hot topic in the drama community I stay completely away from. Yes, I could jump on train, and yes, my chat would be full of people if I would go in. I choose not to. I choose not to. Just like you, sir. You knew the Whittakers. It didn't take you long to build a platform. 2 months. That is simply almost unheard of unless you get a vile family. And a viral, not a vile, viral. Excuse me, I did not mean to say vile. Viral. A viral family like the Whittakers. Come on, man. You knew exactly what you were doing.
A lot of knowledge and experience that you have to do. Not with this. This is unlike anything I'd ever seen.
So he said he admits he has a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience. You knew exactly what. This is what freaking frustrates me. He over here playing dumb, but when it comes down to the get down, he knows exactly what he was doing.
Dwayne can tell you, when we started doing this.
No, you are out of your league because you're dealing with people with disabilities that are elder, that have medical issues, that have trauma issues, that are generational. Yeah, you're out of your league, my friend.
Never seen anything like this. You can just take a cell phone, throw it up, and if people see it's them, people go nuts. I've never seen anything like it.
You knew that was going to happen. You spoke with Mark yourself, so you knew about Mark. Come on, man. You cannot sit here in Buffalo someone.
But if you're an actual content creator, it's a lot of hard work, guys. I make an honest living, and then I fixed up classic cars on the side. I had my hands in several different pots, but
I did
I live
too.
paycheck to paycheck. Unfortunately, the economy sucks right now. I live paycheck to paycheck. But I said I wanted to get up here. We hadn't made any money at this point. I went ahead, drove up to West Virginia, had the gas. Then when I got here, Patrick told me I could stay with him. I'm not bougie, guys, but there's one thing I want at the end of the night, and it's a clean bed
Okay, we're going to
and a
slow
place
this
where I can
down. We're going to go
decompress.
back to him. We're going to slow it down. Now, keep in mind, he lives paycheck to paycheck, guys, but he's a content creator. Okay, he says that he had money before, different things. He says different things in different videos. He had money before he had this. He didn't need the Whittakers. I live paycheck to paycheck, guys. Don't we all? Well, let's listen to this real close.
Up here, we hadn't made any money at this point. I went ahead, drove up to West Virginia, had the gas. Then when I got here, Patrick told me I could stay with him. I'm not bougie, guys, but there's one thing I want at the end of the night, and it's a clean bed and a place where I can decompress. I knew the environment that I was going into, and it was stressful and dirty, and I didn't let that affect me. But I did want, at the end of the night, I got to take me a shower. I want to rest and get ready for the next day so I can do it again. When I got there, I was like, what house? Just like, there was no walls. There was nothing. He had one room that had some walls. And I don't want this to come off as me putting down on Patrick. I had never said anything about this up until this point, guys. I really wanted the best for the guy. But he had a bed out on the porch. Or not a bed, it was just a mattress. And he had like an old egg crate on top of it that looked like it had been rolled around in the mud. And I was like, dude, I'm going to need internet to upload the videos and stuff with while I'm here.
Yeah.
And I was trying to do it without hurting his feelings, Again, but anyway, I went and got a hotel. So there was another expense out of my pocket. But the next day, we go to see the Whittakers for the first time.
I remember that video.
First time. I get there. They were a little standoffish at first, obviously. None of us knew each other.
Yeah.
But every one of them's face was blood red. They were sweating, especially Ray. And really, to tell you the truth, I think the worst one taking it was Betty. She was hot. That was when I made the video, like, what did I say to Ray? I was like, what you doing? He said, God. He was talking about the weather. I started laughing. I was like, did you hear him say that? I've never heard him say it before, never heard him say it since. It was just a funny moment. But they didn't have an air conditioner, Dwayne.
I remember this, yeah.
And it was breaking my heart. And I'm that guy. I see a need. I want to go. I was like, Betty, you don't have an air conditioner? I was like, we can get you a window unit. Mm-hmm. I knew Patrick had gotten some donations, and he had started a GoFundMe. He had a GoFundMe going before I got involved.
Yeah.
When I got involved, I said, get rid of that GoFundMe. That's where it went south last time. And donations, this is where this thing will go south. Because you have to be accountable with every penny. And at any point in time, if you go through an accusation, and unfortunately, with what we're doing, you're going to go through accusation. You need to be able to say, hey, here's my books. Look, like I've been doing this past week. Hey.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. I haven't seen your books. I haven't seen your analytics. I haven't seen anything because you wrote down some shit on a paper. Okay. How can we, you ask the public for money and then the public isn't supposed to question you? That's not the way it works over here. One clip I watched, someone had Ray using a shovel and then gave him a beer and it was hot as hell outside. He thinks people are stupid and we're not. I mean, he has all kinds of different people from different sectors of YouTube that watch the Whittakers. So I'm an easy person that will review these people. I'm just telling you, I'm one of the easy people. All right, I'm probably one of the most easiest people to review these folks. And if it's on YouTube, we can review them.
I want you to see this. Anyway, so yeah, she said she would like an air conditioner, and then Patrick goes, Betty, we're gonna go get you an air conditioner. We're gonna go to town. We're going right now. I'm gonna take Timmy with me. We're going to get an air conditioner. And then he put it on Facebook. We're going to get an air conditioner. And I'm like, good. Let's get into action. This is what I'm here for, Get in the truck with him. We go to Beckley, and we don't pull up to Walmart. We pull up to the Boot Barn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are we doing here? And he was like, Timmy needs some clothes. I'm like, oh, okay. And we was there for about the next 2 hours. And if the workers there at the Boot Barn hear this, they'll tell you. I'm not lying. We was there for about 2 hours. That's where Timmy was trying on the shoes, and he was saying, "Hey, sweetie," and all that. We did the sharp dress video, but he bought Timmy an outfit. Well, he didn't just buy Timmy an outfit. He bought himself an outfit. Timmy an outfit, him an outfit. Over $500.
And that wasn't your first clue something's wrong with this picture. And now keep in mind, folks, this is the first day. This is the first day that he was there. Now, for some of us, we would have been like, something ain't right here, buddy. Something ain't right here. Wouldn't have you guys not questioned from the first day? Right. That's not how it works. You got to open up those apps, right, Lolly? Well, you got to open up those apps and receive. Okay. You can, they think people are dumb. Whenever you get donations via Cash App, PayPal, there's certain little buttons that you push and it says received. Okay. This money in, money out. There, it's all right there. If there's nothing to hide, and you just said that you going to be prepared for transparency, but then you get up here during your transparency video and answering questions video and show some chicken scratch on a freaking notebook. That's not transparency, sir. Not over in the community that I'm in. Like, we need motherfucking receipts. Okay, receipts mean open up the books, open up your back studios. Open it up. Show us, because it's not your money, sir. It is not your money. It was the Whittakers. Or better yet, with the money that you're going to be receiving this month, because it's still monetized channels on all platforms that you utilize, go ahead and hire you an accountant, a financial advisor to open up the back end of your studios. And let's go from there. That's what I would do. I would hire a professional accountant, a professional financial advisor to go through the books and give us a spreadsheet. I'm from blah 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 financial institution of America, and I'm here to represent Valde Skippy Blue Blah. And here is what was in, here was what was out, and you know what I'm saying? Yep, money should be fairly easy to trace back for the most part, unless there's things to hide. That's all we're asking for. But they're acting like we're asking to see something that he didn't ask the community for, right? It's something that he has given them personally out of his own bank account from his paying job. No.
Did you see me dress up Timmy in his vest and everything like a week or so? It was a little over a week ago when I got up here. I mean, that vest, everything. Dude, I think it was like $50 head to toe. Walmart.
Yeah.
You know, that's the guy that is usually in rags. He would have, been appreciative of anything. He didn't need that, especially at a time where you don't have any money and like you're struggling.
Right? They are funny. They are really.
Oh my God! Well,
let me tell you.
If that's his money, he's doing.
They all have their distinct personalities, and that's why we all fell in love with them, right? I don't think people fell in love with them, the Whittaker family, to make fun of them. We fell in love with their personalities. They're funny. And not funny to make fun of. Like, they all have their individual personalities. And they're people that entertain us, meaning with Betty's stories, with Betty, the way she is snarky. Timmy, he's funny. He's got a hell of a personality. So does Ray. All right. And Lorraine will snub your ass in a minute if she don't know you, okay? Like, I don't hear nothing you're saying. We fell in love with their personalities, not because, at least I didn't. I fell in love with their personalities, not to make fun of them. You'll never find a video of me making fun of them, ever. Ever. Because they are human people and they all have their individual personalities, and all that they've been through, they can still find some type of happiness in them, to smile, to welcome you into their home. That's American people right there, folks. All right. And what they've went through in their life is horrific, and they need professional help. Oh, I know, right? I'm like, would never make fun of them. No, you won't catch. I won't make fun of them. I wouldn't. And I would never call them another word that another people use that what starts with an I. I would never use that in a title of a video. Would never do it because to me that's degrading them. They cannot control how they were brought into this world, but they're here, and we're going to respect. And this channel and this chat, we're going to respect them as human people. Period.
What he wants to do. And then I was like, Patrick, what are we doing here at the boot barn, man? We're supposed to be going to get that air conditioner. No lie, Dwayne. He goes, I don't have money for an air conditioner. I'm like, what? Dude, we was just there at the Whittakers, and you told Betty we were going to get her an air conditioner. You said on Facebook.
I know,
we're on our way
Shavy,
to
you
get them an air
have.
conditioner. He's like, I don't have it, Eric. And I was like, you just spent this money. He was like,
$100.
I sold my boat.
Yeah.
Well, but then he's telling me at the same
Yep,
time,
that's what he
truck's
did,
been
kitty.
repossessed, or about to be repossessed. He's behind on like so many things, guys. It's not even funny. I'm like, anyway, it gets worse. So here I am, this newly involved project, my first time up here. We're already been put on Facebook. We're getting them at AC. They're hot. My biggest thing was I was worried about the family.
Right.
I went to Walmart. AC's basically sold out. So then we went to Lowe's. Thank God, dude. I found an AC that was on sale because it was a scratch and dent. There's a video of that on there. And I said, God was looking out for us. And what people might not know, I wasn't bragging to be like, look at what I got. I was bragging because I was like, I didn't have much money.
Right.
And
Yeah, you couldn't afford it.
I'm like scraping here, dude. This trip was not planned for me. I'm very tight on my finances, guys. And so, anyway,
But grown man to grown woman over here, you knew that once the video started be pushed out and the monetization was on, and it wouldn't take you long because it didn't, because you knew what you had. You knew what you had. You would be reimbursed 10 times fold, and you were, and you was. The money, you can't lie.
got that air conditioner. Well, so I think here we go. We're on our way back to go to the Whittakers on to give them their AC. Nope. He's like, you want a coffee? I'm like, no, I'm okay. He's like, I'm gonna go get a coffee. Okay. I do got a coffee now. It's cold because we're outside and it's cold. So we end up at a local place called the Seven Brew, and he orders some coffee. While we're ordering coffee, there's like some teenage girls there. I think underage, probably like 16, 17, 18-year-old girls. Patrick looks at him and he says, you know who this is back here? Ask the ladies at Seven Brew if I'm like, you know who this is back here? And there's a couple girls looked in the truck and he's like, no. He's like, this is Timmy Whittaker. He's world famous. You need your picture with him. And they was like, really? And he's like, yeah, all of you. You need your picture with him. And it was cringe for me, dude. It was very cringe. But Timmy got out. They all came. They took a picture. They was happy. It somewhat turned into a cute moment, but it was just like we made a scene where there wasn't a scene necessarily to be made, you know. But then, nope, not off to the Whittakers yet. Hey, man, I want to buy you something to eat. I'm like, I'm not hungry. My stomach and like stress is like, I'm not hungry. He's like, no, I want to buy you something to eat. I'm like, I am not hungry, Patrick. He's like, well, I'm going to get something to eat real quick. We get the Chick-fil-A. As soon as he starts ordering, I want 12 Chick-fil-A sandwiches. 12 Chick-fil-A sandwiches. And then you got fries and sweet tea and everything. And I'm sitting there in the back of my mind, like, he just told me he didn't have any money. He let me buy the air conditioner. We just went to Seven Brew. Then we're at Chick-fil-A. He's getting 12 chicken sandwiches. And I'm trying to justify these actions.
Right, yeah. There's a piece I'm missing.
Seriously, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, dude.
Right.
Like, it wouldn't be this crazy. Nobody would do this. So I'm sitting there thinking, maybe he's buying the Whittakers a sandwich too. That was around 2, 3 o'clock, if I remember correctly. We got back later on that night. Those Chick-fil-A sandwiches, they never left Patrick's. The guy that didn't have no money. For the next several weeks until we got paid, or until I got paid from my other projects, okay? And I spent money from my other projects being up here to do this for the Whittakers. I had $100 left in my banking account. I have never been overdraft, guys, in my adult life. Never missed a house payment, anything. That $100, my insides were just boiling for weeks. I was so nervous, and like every morning I was afraid to check my bank because I'm like, if one bill hits right now, or if my girls get hurt or sick, or like,
so let me ask you this, man of the house. Why would you take on such a project knowing that you aren't financially stable to do such a thing? How are you going to... Why are you being a victim right now? Let me tell you, I don't go on a trip unless I can financially afford it. Okay, help or no help. All right? If you can't help someone if you can't help yourself. This doesn't make sense to me. Are you trying to mind mess with us or something, sir?
Have any backup money, and I can't stand being like that, dude. Like, my safety net was gone. And thank God I made it through. But that was on the first trip. And then I'll tell you about this. I've told it once, I think maybe twice, but I'll go through it again because it's the same trip. That was the first big red flag I got with Patrick. Mm-hmm. And now as I'm seeing this again, I've already been doing this stuff with him. Now I've been seen because I'm there in public. That's when I hugged Ray, or when Ray hugged me on that first visit, and I sprayed his knee. Now the next day, people kept asking, who's Eric? Who's Patrick? People wanted to know. I was like, Patrick, we need to do something. Let them know who we are. It's not about us, but at the same time, let's go on there, be transparent, and let people know who we are and what we're doing this for. I was proud to do that. And that's the video that you see, Meet Patrick and Eric. And that was in the hotel that I had rented at that time. So we do all that and everything. And then afterwards, excuse me for the language, guys. I'm just going to give it to you straight. Okay? Because there's going to be some language. If it offends you, it just is. I swear everything I'm telling you right now on my father's grave. And he meant more to me than any other man I've ever met in my life. I'm being dead serious right now. I know the world's watching.
I wouldn't do that
I
if
know
I was you.
probably going to be investigating. I know what I'm saying. I promise you. This live gets done. It wasn't a live. We recorded. Take that back. A few seconds later, Dwayne, he went outside with Moose, and I start hearing him, fuck you, motherfucker. You think you're so bad? Come up here and try me. And it was like that kind of language. He's getting into confrontation with someone.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hell is going down, And I walk outside while
StreamYard kicked me out, so we're gonna have to do it all again. Oh my goodness, let me go back to YouTube here and pull up what we are watching. I don't know why StreamYard booted me completely out. Holy macaroni. It wasn't the stream itself like on YouTube. It was 100% um StreamYard kicked me out. It said no more. Let's go back to what we were watching here. But what I wanted to show you guys too was the first Meet Patrick and Eric. So we'll jump back and forth from here. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. You guys here? Let me know if you guys are still here. Did they take her down? No, I'm here. Okay, I'm here, Taylor. All right, so we'll jump back and forth, but here is their first video that they ever had together. So let's see. And now remember, he went to the boot store, Chick-fil-A, air conditioner. This is the same night, same time, right? So let's see exactly how this goes. We'll turn it up. We're not going to watch it all, obviously, but we'll see how the energy is and how they carry themselves. And then we'll go back to our other video.
wanted to do this little video. It's been a crazy past 2 weeks. This thing came out of nowhere and skyrocketed. We wanted to introduce ourselves. There's been a lot of questions. Who are these guys? So this right here is Eric Carroll from Georgia, and my name's Patrick Rourke. I'm from Odd, West Virginia, and we hope you're doing well. And that will be our first introduction into who we kind of are, because we like to joke around. I'm Eric Carroll. He's Patrick Rourke. I've had so many people calling me Patrick, dude. I think it's because the past 2 weeks you had all these videos with you and Timmy, and then all of a sudden, who is this guy? So they was already trying to figure out who you were, and now this comes in, and we had a lot to go over, guys. So, and we're gonna try to get out as much as we can, because there's been a lot of questions, and I understand why people are asking questions. So hopefully we can clear this up. Tell everybody, and this is how I originally connected with you. I was just another guy on Facebook, scrolling through there, and then I see your videos with Timmy, and I was like, I saw the way that Timmy connected to you in a way I've never seen him do before.
I love you too, bud.
The last video I saw of Timmy.
That's exactly right, Spencer. What you're saying here. He's seen a need to cool them off, yet saw a living condition and didn't bother calling got junk people and help them clean it up. He acts like he was their handler, manager, and not a concerned human. And I see that in a lot of ways too. And now keep in mind, these people that he is supposedly helping, the Whittakers, they're going to be attached to their belongings, okay, because they don't have a lot, and what they have they want to keep. It doesn't matter what condition it is. To them, it's perfectly fine. It don't, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Okay, gray duct tape that shit and call it a. To remove things. But they didn't. Here's the thing that I keep seeing over and over and over again as these videos come in my opinion, it was about content. I'm going to say it. It was about content.
Or the first video.
How would he look like not getting him an air conditioner? He can't. He don't want to sit around with no air conditioner and do content. Come on now.
I saw with Timmy when he was seeing Mark Laida from Soft White Underbelly. Timmy actually goes and crawls behind the recliner and he's hiding.
Yeah.
Like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Very ashamed. And then I see these videos with you. Timmy's out. He's speaking.
Wild.
Well, he is. People have no idea just how wild Timmy is. And I was like, this is a completely different human being.
Yeah.
But also, I know the, what's the word to put it? The sensationalism that's came along with the Whittakers, the way that they've been exploited, the way that people have put them out there, the GoFundMe,
Yeah.
that neither of us are. We won't let that happen
That's a
again.
wrap.
And we'll touch on that in a little bit. But I'm protective of them too, and because I love this family, and I saw you, and I was like, I think this guy's got good intentions. See, here's the thing: I've already got a platform, guys. I've had a platform for the past 6 years, but I was going to interview you because. With BJ, and I was like, let me get this guy on there introducing everybody because I think he's got good intention.
Your dad and all that in church, all that kind of stuff. And then I went and looked at your page and seen how you were thrown out and affiliated with having your own page as far as whenever it comes to like dads, you know, the rights of dads and
Father's rights.
such. Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I'm totally for it. And,
Dads are just as important as moms, and that's usually my topic, you know.
Yeah, it's great.
When I reached out to Patrick, my dad's a pastor. My dad was a pastor. He died back in 2013, and it's still got a big hole in my heart.
Right.
But I,
StreamYard's being a booger. It keeps going in and out. Does it keep going in and out for you guys, or it's just me? And my chat went away. So if I have not acknowledged your chat, it's not because I'm being rude. It's because it went away from me back here. StreamYard, I paid too much damn money for you not. Protective order, it changed everything and they had to act. Right. And I think that if they would have had somebody work with her and explain to her what was going on. Yes, it is going in and out. Hey, CLK. CLK, it's good to see you. Yeah, it's acting like like an enemy. I think that because they needed to tell her in a roundabout way, she's the person coming into your home abusing your family. You need to keep them out. Okay, you need to keep them out. If not, now, if there would have been someone they could have, a therapist or someone that they could have called, could you explain to her the repercussions if this doesn't take place? No one took the time to explain to Betty. Okay, no one took the time to explain to Betty. Everyone thinks that she can think straight all the time. She's 70, for one. And second of all, it's very confusing to her, I would assume. I'm just assuming here. All right. Someone didn't say, hey, if you don't do this, this is what potentially could happen. They are going to be protected one way or another, either with you getting this protection order or the state stepping in and them removing them from the potential harm. You see what I'm saying? So, mm-mm. So this is the
Reminds me, similar of Ray. He was deaf and couldn't talk. All he could do, not making fun. This is just how he sounded. He'd be like, that's all you could get out of him.
so that's a shame because he didn't approach this as someone that had experience um, with someone with mental disabilities. Okay, that has me baffled. No one knew Betty's mental capacity. They think exactly, and I don't either. And I'm only making assumptions here. Nothing is based on facts. I do not know this family. I do not know these two gentlemen. This is based solely on my observation of the public videos. I'm only 41 and I get confused all the time. I couldn't imagine how Betty felt. I'm sure she was trying to be loyal to her family. She didn't know it would cost her family. Absolutely. I think so too. And I think that there was a lot of intimidation. She was afraid to go ahead and pursue the protection order against BJ because of the ramifications, repercussions from her BJ's dad and BJ potentially, in my opinion. And no one encouraged it. No one made her feel safe. Okay.
But he would have seizures. When he would have seizures, he would get violent. He didn't mean it. It was just how he was.
That was his escape.
That was his escape. And he knew that people was afraid of him because of that.
Yeah.
And so when he would start to have those seizures, he would go hide in a corner. And most, the ladies, they wouldn't get near him because he was strong, dude.
Yeah, it hurts him.
Yeah, he would hurt somebody and not mean to. But for some reason, me and him connected. His name was Keith. And I could go over there. And I'll never forget the first time I did it. I came over there and just put my hand on his back and was like, Keith, are you okay? And he looked up at me with tears coming down his eyes. Like, how he must have felt having this challenge, not being able to communicate, knowing that people are scared of him, and not being able to have control. Like, it's got to be one of the, excuse my language, shittiest feelings in the world. Mm-hmm. But I connected with him, and so I've always loved doing stuff like that. But as well, my dad, pastor again, not to talk too long, but when he had somebody at his church, when she was a girl, she was 11 years old. I'll never forget.
So this simply was their introduction. He didn't act like there was a red flag there. He said he was going to go ahead and introduce himself to everyone on YouTube. So that's why I'm just simply not buying it. But I wanted to share you guys that.
And I walk outside while he's going off at this guy, and I'm like, Patrick,
Yeah,
what's going on? And he looks at me, and Dwayne, no lie, tosses the phone at me, and he says, you deal with it, and walks off. I look down, and this is first time meeting the guy, like day 2, day 3. First time meeting the guy, the day before I went home. And I'm doing this channel with him. And we just got through making this video about who we are. He's throwing me a phone, telling me to deal with something. I have no idea. The only thing I know of it is they were just cussing each other out and wanting to fight. I get on the phone with this guy. Then he starts mouthing off at me. And I was like, hey,
Weird.
You better watch out there. I was like, I haven't disrespected you. You don't disrespect me. I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. He's like, well, this ain't between me and you. This is between me and Patrick. And I'm like, I understand that. I said, he's put the phone over to me.
Oh, you
I was
want
like,
to go back
what's
up?
going on? He said, this guy is all over the internet trying to act like a saint. And like, he cares about the Whittakers. He lived there his whole life. Or, he lived there before. He didn't do anything until he got famous. And he said, he stole $1,200 worth of tools from my grandmother. And those were my grandfather's tools. I can never replace those. And dude, my mind was blown. And I was like, he did what? And the guy was more upset about the fact that it was his grandfather's tools than he was the money. But it said it was around $1,200 worth. Mm-hmm. And I look over at Patrick. He's leaning on the rail, looking down. And I said, Patrick, this guy is telling me you stole $1,200 worth of tools from his grandmother. I said, is he telling the truth? He nodded his head yes. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. I'm like, what are you doing? And he said, well, I've already told him I'm going to take care of it. He just needs to calm down. And I said, Patrick, if you stole from my grandmother, I'd be doing the same exact thing. Mm-hmm. And he said, Eric, it was a few years ago. I got kicked out of my house and I didn't know what I was going to do. Man, I wanted to get in my car and take off to Georgia so bad. But I got to thinking about it. I'm not a perfect person.
But you went ahead and without any financial advisors or anyone that's not involved in it, making content or directly with the family, you did not have anyone protect their money from anyone. That someone just called the dude and said, "Hey, what are you doing? Why are you messing around with the Whittaker family whenever this is what you did to my grandmother and my grandfather's belongings?" That would have been a red flag for me. I would have said, "Hang on a second. We need to make sure before we push monetization on anything that I'm involved in, because at the end of the day, as you see, sir, your reputation is involved with his reputation now. And that's unfortunate because you did not put the things into place like you should have. Um, but you went into this knowing that you know everything about everything. Sad.
I make mistakes all the time. I'm sure I made many mistakes today. I made a mistake walking on that bridge and busting my ass.
You did.
Yeah, I did. But I had some days where I didn't make the best of choices, and I want to see the best in people. And I'm like, he reached out to me, and I wanted to believe he did that for a reason. I don't just walk away that easily. I'm like, dude, and I had a pep talk with him. I said, the only reason I'm not running away from you right now is because you told me the truth.
Right.
But had you lied to me and I found out, I would have never talked to you again. I said, but because you told me the truth, I said, I better never hear anything else like this again.
Let me tell you a secret in life, Eric. The devil will tell you the truth too, but that doesn't mean he's a good person.
And as soon as you get paid, you better pay that grandma. He said, I've already told him I'm going to take care of it. And I was like, well, you better. Whether that ever happened, he told me he did. Whether it ever happened or not, Dwayne, I don't know. But that was my first trip. So that's when I started, like, okay, I better start doing my homework. I better start. And that's when me and you made that video. I was like, I've got a funny feeling here. Something's going on. But I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, I will give him this. A little bit after that, he was very appreciative. And I could tell he appreciated the fact that I didn't run away from him. And there is a part of Patrick that wants to be better. I think he's done this stuff for so long.
That's all he knows.
It's all he knows. It really is. And anyway, that's when I started, like I said, seeing what's going on. And now I'll go through the whole list of things. One of the things that he was saying, a lot of people were wanting to meet the Whittakers. And I'm just going to, Mark, would you mind looking in my bedroom in my backpack? And I got some sweatpants. Starting to get a little chilly.
So as you see, it says update from Eric, some answers to recent events. He's not answering any questions in the chat. He's told everyone on Facebook to go over to YouTube. He'll be answering questions. And they didn't answer any questions really in this stream. What they did was, if you asked the questions about the monetization and how it worked, they blocked you. I showed that earlier in this stream. I got blocked by simply asking, who receives the AdSense? Whose name is it in? And how does that all work? And did they think it was fair that it was split into thirds, not individual percentages?
I appreciate it, bro. He was telling me that the Whittakers were wanting to do an event with a bluegrass band. There was this bluegrass band, national, very well known bluegrass band that was wanting to come down and do an event with the Whittakers, and that they would do a meet and greet. Sounds good to me. You know, but he was talking about like a couple of weeks from now, and I'm like, dude, I was a concert promoter in my 20s. That's what I did for years. I was like, it's not as easy as just, hey, we're doing a concert. You got stage, you got lights, you got sound, you got security, you got porta potties, permits, ticketing, the people you got to work. Like, you got a lot of moving parts when it comes to putting on a concert. It's not just, hey, come on down and we're going to have us a shindig, you know. But I was like, if you can get all that set up, I was like, yeah, man. I said, I think that sounds good, and I think the Whittakers would love to meet some people. And so that was it.
I honestly don't think that the Whittakers would enjoy meeting the people and having a shindig. I think that they would have profited more about getting them some true help into their home. I can't stress this enough. They needed professionals, okay? Professional people to help them navigate.
Back all this up, guys, and I won't give you snippets. I'll give you the whole thing. Okay.
But when? You kept saying, I'm going to give it all to you. I'm going to give it all to you. But when?
Like a week or so goes by.
And I honestly don't think that Lorraine would have been happy with a shitload of people there. I just don't.
And I get a text.
They live in the country and like they do because they want to. Oh, Lord help me.
Hey, I talked to the band. We got to pay them $5,000, and the band said they're going to come and play the show. That's how he announced it.
Right? Like meet and greet. Like what?
I was like, $5,000.
Well, you know what,
Patrick? That's a little
also,
change, don't you think? And I was like, we don't even have no money.
I seen on one of the videos with that Patrick dude that he freaking said announcement on Facebook. Hey, we're going to go to this restaurant and eat. If anyone wants to meet one of the Whittakers, we're here. What? Did he ask permission? Like, if I was something happened to me and I ended up growing 16 heads with eyeballs hanging out of each side, and people wanted to prance me around, could you please ask me if I mind to meet some people while I ate my dinner? Like, hey, Maud, Mama Bear, because, she going to be the one. Listen, girl, if my family decides to prance me around whenever I come back with 16 heads, 15 sets of eyeballs, could you ask me if I want to meet some people first? Because, Lord have mercy.
Haven't even been paid yet. I'm like, $5,000. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. Verbatim. He said, that's what the Whittakers
Yeah.
And I thought about it for a while. I didn't know if the Whittakers actually wanted it or not. I didn't know him good enough at that point. I had my doubts that it was the Whittakers to hire this bluegrass band. My thoughts is he plays the banjo and he was open to kind of use that pull that he's got now to get on stage to be a banjo player. But I could be wrong. But I went back and I said, I tell you what, I said, I'm on a very tight budget and I don't think it's a good idea. So I said, how about this? I said, if that's what you and the Whittakers really want to do, you guys do it. If I can help you in any way, you need any advice or whatever, I'll let you do it. But I'm out. I was like, I don't want to be involved. I don't want to contribute. But if you guys make money, it does good. That's all between you and the Whittakers. But I don't want to be involved.
Right.
And it was like, F it, forget it. Just never mind. Never heard about it again. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't think the Whittakers were wanting to pay $5,000. Actually, I know they weren't because I talked to them about it later. They started when I got there telling me that they were very suspicious of Patrick, which I have videos of. And a lot of these discrepancies that was coming up. Sorry, guys, I'm going to put on some sweatpants. It is getting chilly up here in West Virginia. Yeah. You got any questions for me, man? Just to split it up because I got a whole list.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions.
Some people are saying,
really
how is that
answer
believable? Again, people don't know me from Adam for the most part, but I remember having these exact conversations with him at that point. Someone did ask, like, with knowing certain things. People were, yeah.
I have the messages, but I ain't coming on here to do no hearsay. If I say something, I can back it up.
Well, you don't show anything, right? Just like a snake oil salesman, right? He'll lie and smile, lying and smiling. We have a saying for that over here. Lying and smiling. Put the P in. Listen, then why didn't you show it? They were exploring him, and even at dinner, they said, hey, we're going to be over here. I don't recall the restaurant, but I seen the video, and it was like, we're going to be here if you want to meet. I'm like, what the F? Sunnyside, if you see that happening, or Captain Avi, if you see that, you better step in.
You believe that?
With me personally, like, well, you know what? I don't want to meet nobody at no dinner, okay?
I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday.
Yeah, some people
the truth is stranger than fiction in this story because it gets much deeper. Go ahead, bro.
I can definitely agree with that. So, I mean, some people have asked.
Yeah, he didn't show it. He did not show it. I asked that
Patrick
too.
At the time,
Hang on.
why did you stay
Just
involved?
like the video of the condo, he said there was pills everywhere, pills for days. I don't know any addict that's just gonna leave their pills behind. Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, okay. But he said he was going to show the video of the condo. Didn't see it. Okay. He said he was going to show that. That's why people are angry. Whenever you have different people from different communities watching you, supporting you, okay, by watching, clicking, and viewing, and liking, and then people contributing monetarily, you say what you're going to say, do what you say you're going to do, my guy.
With him. I mean, I can already know the answer, but
I was afraid of losing access to the family. I was not because of the money. I had started developing a relationship, but I actually wanted to keep my eye on this thing. And there was a part of me, like I said, when he told me the truth about that, Dwayne, in the beginning, I wanted to believe he was going to change. I do believe in the beginning he cared about Timmy.
That's why I was asking. Listen,
to an extent. He took him fishing.
Shaby.
He was spending time with him.
That's why I was asking, because this guy seems like he's running the StreamYard on the YouTube, right? So I don't know, is this guy the one that's responsible for the YouTube channel? Like, who is responsible for the YouTube channel? I don't think this YouTube channel was in existence before until he stepped in. Well, let's go look. Shit. We gonna look, baby. Whittaker family. We can always come back to this. Okay, the official page. So June 20th, 2025. Now there isn't an email or anything that you can contact them, but here you go. Okay. All right. So right here, it was joined June 20th, 2025. All right. So this is whenever he stepped in. So who owns this? It wasn't Patrick that created this whenever he started helping. He already had a GoFundMe. That's why I was asking those questions. Who is the person over this channel? And I got blocked immediately. So, Mr. 10-hour worker over here, poor is me. Who is it, you, sir? How much money have you made off of it? Are you getting paid the AdSense? I'm about to show you all my analytics. It'll blow your mind. Poor me. But you all make fun of me because I suck.
It wasn't about money or send me this. He was spending quality time with him. And up until that time, 46-year-old Timmy had spent most of his life sitting on that porch, man. And Timmy was so appreciative of that with Patrick. And
Right?
I was really hoping it would turn around. And I thought to myself, if I can get the
Yep, he
money separated
does.
from Patrick, then we might be able to get through this. Okay. Same thing. I wanted the money taken away from me. I didn't want to be near it either. The trust, the accountants. I got all the messages, talked to the people that I was trying to set it up with. Back up everything. I was really hoping he would get better,
Then
dude. But then
show
again, I really
us.
didn't want to.
I would like to see him. It doesn't take a long time to set up, get an accountant over your finances. It doesn't take a long time. I'm here to tell you it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It just doesn't.
Lose access to them. I started really, especially, dude, that first trip, the way Ray and Lorraine took to me. Can anybody honestly say
I
they
don't
had
think
ever
she's
seen
in here right
anyone
now.
that Lorraine reacted to the way she did with me?
Yeah,
Lorraine's
shit.
been trying to tell me something for months, dude. Months. But anyway,
So that all that happened, and then kind of the emergency time for you to go back to West Virginia.
no, there's way more before that.
Well, I don't want to skip over all because it's pretty.
Guys, I'm going to pause this just for a second. I want to get some water, so give me 1 second here. I'm so glad that the desk is in the kitchen. Didn't take me long at all.
A lot of detail there.
Do I need to say more?
Yep.
Do I need to say more?
I mean, some of the conversations you'd had with him, some of the other findings you had. I mean, I don't know how much you want to say this is
I mean,
what
I'll say
happened.
it all. I'm an open book, dude. He was wanting to sell Whittaker merchandise and told me that me and him could keep that to ourselves so we didn't have to give the Whittakers any split. Now, on that particular one, did he put that in a text message? No, that was a conversation. But I've got the text where I called his ass for it. I'm like, we can't sell Whittaker merchandise and keep the money. That's their money. And I've expressed to him numerous times, people are not tuning into the Whittakers to see Patrick or Eric.
You got that shit right, my friend. And that's why the percentages that you set up in this little contract that it's split in between 3 isn't correct percentage, because you two are gaining more than what the Whittakers are. Two outsiders. Hello, people. Come on, let's think about this. Two outside people are receiving more monetary gain than the Whittakers are. Make that shit make sense. Wow. And you can really get up here and be proud of yourself. Like, I'm done with the, be nice about. No. Sir, two other grown ass men talking about doing God's work because we got feelings and a heart. You are making more than they were. And you just said it. We were turning in for you. We were turning in to see the Whittakers and their personalities. Okay? Wow. Yeah, the whole 2 months that you've been around. The whole 2 months that you've been around. You act like you've been doing this for years. They whipped your ass in 2 months. The Whittakers fucked you up in 2 months. A round of applause for the Whittakers. Now, I'm not saying that because they're not in their home anymore, but those beautiful Whittakers said, we got to run for you, buddy. Watch out, because you're not equipped. They seen him coming. All right, but they still got ripped off. In my opinion, two grown-ass men ripped off the Whittakers, in my point of view, because they did not get their equal percentage, in my opinion, off of anything. Okay? The Whittakers whipped your ass. Round of applause for the Whittakers.
You are right now, unfortunately, because we're on the Whittaker channel. But I knew you guys weren't tuning in to see me.
Yes, and right now you're on the Whittaker channel, making money off of the Whittakers because of their name.
You guys weren't tuning in to see me.
Just like I put in the Whittakers in this channel. For all the people that are interested in the Whittakers, they know where to come today. Okay? This is how it works. It's called algorithm.
Him. You wanted to see Timmy, Ray, and Lorraine, and Betty and Larry. I think it was the three more than it was the others. But there you go.
I'm telling
Another
you,
one.
yes, they did.
Go ahead.
Going back to the contract and how the 100% of all the donations were to go directly to the Whittakers, did he have any issues with that?
No,
No?
because I just told him that was the way it was going to be.
Donations,
he
but
did express a couple times. He's like, "Hey, bro, well, you got to look out."
but I wanted super chats or donations. Did they get those too, or what kind of donations are you talking?
For me and you in here too, and we got to take care of ourselves. I'm like, Patrick, if we get out there and we work and we get the social media set up, you'll be fine. You don't need their money. That's their money. And 100% of anything that was sent in, like not merchandise, like donated gifts, that's theirs. Which I'll go ahead and say that.
Right, it's the algorithm. You have to put
before it made it to the Whittakers, it was always opened, and they were having a fit about that. I was trying to get a PO box.
It's the algorithm.
The post office in Odd, actually.
And that's how people find what you're talking about. If you're interested in it, Florida life in the sun. Hey, I'm in Florida too, so welcome in. And all the new people that are here, I appreciate you for coming in and listening and giving me your opinion and your point of view. So, because we all have a right to our point of view on this, because the Whittakers have been introduced to us on YouTube a long time ago, and they almost feel like our family, right? I know that they're not our family, but a lot of us are kind of protective from the sideline over them. And some people do view them as a circus show or something. But for me and a lot of people that I talk with on YouTube, they're like, we love them. They are so funny. But they do live in some bad conditions and they aren't treated fairly. And that needs to change. We are in agreement on that. But these people here did not come in here and do them any good, in my opinion. So we appreciate having you up here on our little channel.
The situation in Odd is odd, and they're nice people. Let me say, I've never seen it where the post office is attached to someone's house. Half of the house is the post office, the other half is the residence. And I talked to those people, and
they were donating hundreds.
I tried to get him a PO box set up, and he said, "Oh, they can't have a post office box." Was it you that was telling me he said that on the live?
Yes, yeah, that you can't have a PO box. Well, he was the same person that said you couldn't go to the doctor, but
yeah, but I'm like, why can't they have a post office box? He's like, oh, they can't have a post office box, bro.
It doesn't make any sense. Let's see, again, comments are coming in. I'm trying to go here. I guess we're talking about proceeds, who has funds, where are the funds?
I have the Whittakers' money in my possession. I have told that to the correct authorities. They know that I have that. It was ready to be put in a trust. The Amish was ready to set up an account for the home, which would be under a financial committee. It was all set up, guys. But
I thought it was for free. So the Amish are going to do, I just have a hard, this isn't making any sense. So the Amish said they're going to do it for free, but they have a trust set up. Let's go back.
It was ready to be put in a trust. The Amish was ready to set up an account for the home, which would be under a financial committee. It was all set up, guys. But their money.
So does that make sense to you guys? He's full of it. Yeah, straight under his mattress. Sure, right? Sorry, I had to jump. I shower quick. Had anyone seen what was made on Social Blade for the... Yes, I showed that. We can look it up again. Social Blade. It says I only did the last 30 days and it was $8,000 some dollars on Social Blade just on YouTube. All right. I don't know of a app that will show for like Facebook. If you guys know it, I'll look it up. But yes, Kitty, I did show from Social Blade what their YouTube has made, and it's over $8,000 just in super chats. That doesn't include AdSense. I'm going to tell you, if you have enough viewership, You at like a million views, like let's see here. I would like to show you guys my analytics, but I know my moderators will have a fit, not because I make money over here, just because they always, that's your private information. But I would like to show it for just education. You know what I'm saying? I like to show it just for education. So you guys can see it. Each video gets a breakdown of let me see, what am I sharing here? Where am I? Where am I? You can't donate to the Whittakers, then tell them how to spend it. If Betty gives it to BJ for crack, oh well, that's why Mark stopped doing it. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know of one that shows for Facebook. He should post all the amounts from his social media, plus all the cash apps and stuff. I absolutely agree with that, 100%. But I did show it. It was around $8,000 in the last 30 days, just in super chats. It won't show the ad sent. It says almost $3,000 per video, 9 to 1, 91296. Yes. And that's including the AdSense. I was just looking at the super chats because AdSense can be a little tricky. I know for me, because depending, but I don't have a million views. I don't have 200,000 views ever. Okay. Like, no, it's not going to happen. So, that would pay you a lot of money, because every 1,000 views that you get, and that's meaning it has to be a qualified view. So just say someone watches the video that they have, their live stream last night. They had 4,000 people in a 3-hour live stream. If it was a consistent 4,000 people for that 3-hour live stream, they're going to get paid for every 1,000 person. It's a CPM is what it's called. They'll get paid up to like $15 per 1,000 per CPM. So it rotates. So they have a potential off that one video to make a lot of money last night. Just off the AdSense part. Like and what AdSense is the advertisers pay for the commercials that you guys see during the video, unless you pay for a premium YouTube. If you pay for a premium YouTube, then we get paid more money if you have a premium YouTube, because you don't watch the advertisements. You guys follow me? I might have lost some of you guys, but Kitty or Mama Bear, I was calling for you because I said if anyone ever sticks me out on the damn street after at supper time, whenever I get 3 heads, 16 heads, and 16 eyeballs, and want to come and meet me, you're going to stop it. Don't let my family do it to me, Mama Bear. So I was giving you a hard time. The permit thing, he says, is BS. It took me 2 months to get approved just to dig a well and septic tank on my land. I live in the Appalachian Mountains. Brandy W. Virginia permits are slow to get. And that's the thing. Yeah, Mama Bear, I was like, okay, if someone tries to do that shit to me, better stop them dead in their track, girl. Oh, they could talk to me. I was like, they're gonna have to go through Mama Bear. But anyways, I don't know if I lost you guys on explaining that to you, but this is gonna make them some money. Every video that they put out makes them a lot of money.
Money is safe. The reason Patrick sent that 5,000,
And that's why I know that's why he went ahead and did this quote, as he calls it, project.
$1,000 to me that he's referencing to you guys. That was 2/3 of the money that they made for last month. He could only send so much in that one payment. When I tried to get the other part to make sure, because this is why the month before they made $3,000. $3,000. That was what we got paid. Okay, we're the rich internet people now. But out of that $3,000, I had to go to Idaho. I was working on the John Mass trip.
$3,000 per person. Don't do that. Don't do that. $3,000 per person, because you're separate. Eric's is separate, and then you fucked over the Whittakers, and they get a percent, right? 3 people. So that's really actually around $10,000. So shut the fuck up.
I was up there for a whole week working on the murder trial, but we got paid right before then, and he was holding on to the Whittaker's money, which was $3,000. When I got back home,
See, that's what they're saying, because of their cut, $3,000. This,
That was when he took Betty and Lorraine to get their makeover. He said, "Hey, bro, I'm going to have to reimburse myself out of the Whittaker's money some. And because I've been, getting them some stuff." I'm like, "Hey, man, that's fine. I understand that. That's understandable." I was like, "What was it?" And he said, $1,500. What? I said, $1,500. All the
right?
messages, guys. $1,500. What in the hell did you spend?
Yes, and they stream on all platforms, wildlife. So they're, to me, in my opinion, they're making bank. You cannot tell me they're not.
$1,500 on?
I
He's like,
know analytics.
"Don't flip out, man. I'm just telling you. I've been buying them all their snuff, and I've taken them to the grocery store. What, $1,500 worth of snuff in the grocery store?" And it's like, okay, I get it. You took them to get a makeover, but did it cost $200, $300, $1,500 is a lot of money, Dwayne.
Yes, it is.
In a week's time, you spent $1,500 on the Whittaker. And remember, he was supposed to be handling that money because the Whittakers weren't the greatest in handling the money. But we were supposed to be protecting. It was my job to call him out if something was going on. Anyway,
And you didn't. From the first time they didn't get their full pay, you didn't. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's true. We can look. I have no problem showing receipts, honey. I have no problem showing receipts on people. Okay? None.
the next week I come back up. So he claims $1,500. So now they have $1,500 left. Next week I come up to town. When I first got there, he said, "Hey, man, you're spending a lot of money." He said, "Would you like the rest of their money to help out with it?" And I said, "Nope, I'll be okay." At that point, I already knew there was funny business with the money. I started spending my money that I busted my ass the week prior, doing what I do outside of the Whittakers on them when I took.
You couldn't have because you don't get paid but once a month from any social media platform, so stop lying. If it was the week before, like how? Like cash at what?
Ray and Larry out and got them the haircut and clothes.
So you didn't make any money off the first time. You didn't get your $3,000. You didn't get your $3,000. Did that any of that $3,000 help support your endeavor to Idaho? I mean, I'm just asking for a friend. 3,000 friends.
And everything, and then took them out to eat. The same thing I did with Betty and Lorraine, and then with Timmy, then taking them to the movies. That was
Yeah.
coming out of my pocket. And then later on that week, he asked me again because the Whittaker started
Girl,
telling
that's
me,
what I
"Hey,
keep asking.
we feel like something's going
Mama
on with that
Bear,
money."
that is the
Again, I got
question I keep asking. Why did the. Oh. That's what I keep asking over and over and over. Like I said, you can throw shit on a wall and call it art, but it's still shit. Instead of going out and buying them new clothes for $500, why didn't you buy them a washer and dryer? And teach them how to wash and dry their clothes, fold them, buy them a dresser, each individual dressers, put their names on it. Okay, this is socks go here, shirts go there, every day, repetitively. You know what I'm saying? Clean up after themselves. Start to clean up their house. Take pride in what they have. This is yours. This is your stuff. You did a great job. I mean, come on. 500 at the boot barn. That would have got a washer and dryer. I think the whole thing was set up as good guy, bad guy thing. Patrick knew his crimes would come to light, start turmoil, so they could get away with the cash. You know, I said something to that kind of that effect earlier, kind of like this. If you've seen red flags, and then I don't know, I'm gonna not say that right yet, okay? But I feel you. I feel you. Right? And we still need to know about the shed, the bathroom shed. Okay, we need to know about the bathroom that they've converted. Yes, Florida, nothing was mentioned about that. Nothing was mentioned about that either. Yes, nothing was been mentioned about it. So much.
all that in video. Trust me, I ain't. Mama didn't raise no fool. My dad didn't either. But he asked me again, do you want me to send that other 1500, or yes, do you want me to send the rest of the money? I said, yes. Well, he did, but he didn't send me 1500. He sent me 1000. I said, Patrick, where's the other 500? Till this day, I've never gotten an answer. That 1000, I'll tell you where it went to right now. $662 of it went to a water bill that I took Larry up there. Betty and them told me about that water bill. Sophia, water department. I know now it was a running toilet because this past month was $57. And Larry said the only thing they did different was turn off the toilet. When I asked numerous times before, do you think it's a running toilet? No, I turned the toilet off. Well,
But did you go check it? Did you have someone come in and check it? But you're looking after him, right? I mean, that's not normal. If the water bill, oh my God. But we're out here doing God's work. That says it all. Mama didn't raise no fool. Daddy didn't either, baby. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm, mm-mm. 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 See, all this stuff just doesn't make sense.
it was a running toilet, guys, because I ended up buying a new floater while I've been up here, and the one they had was completely snapped.
They bought a new floater with their money that you stop saying change the lingo here, buddy. That's where I think we're getting confused. They bought themselves that, right? Off the content money that you made on the 21st of last month. You got paid again, right? Between the 21st and the 25th is whenever content creators on YouTube, I don't know about YouTube or Facebook, but YouTube 21 to 25 of every month. And today is the 10th. Okay. So you went through $20,000 and split it through. Come on, man.
And that's what it was. And they never replaced it. Would have took 5 minutes. And Larry, I think, could do that, but he just didn't. They told him, they gave him 2 blue tablets at the Sophie Water Company to put in the back tank. Take literally 5 seconds.
That's Whittaker money.
And
Absolutely.
within
That is
8 hours, if the
100%
water
Whittaker
turned
money.
blue, he would know he had a water
That's Whittaker money. It's not Patrick Eric money. That's Whittaker money.
leak. To this day, still never done it. Last I heard, but anyway,
Right?
they
He's
knew
acting
it
like
was a
it's a
running
big
toilet.
ticket item. They're like, well, I spent
Whether they fixed it
$5,000
now, I
on a
don't know.
toilet. I spent $5,000 on a toilet floater. Get out. It's like we ought to just Google Menard's toilet floater. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. Doing it. I got to. Menards. Oh, let's see what we got. Oh, you guys are going to shit your pants. I swear to God, you're going to shit your pants. What? Okay. 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 Well, how much you guys think it was? Someone, don't you dare Google it either. Don't you dare Google it. Just tell me how much you think a toilet floater is. Went straight to his bank. Why would his wife think it's okay to be gone for months with no job, right? Kaleidoscope, you're about right on the money, honey. It's about, let's see here. I'm gonna, oh, where'd it go? Oh yeah, I have to go here. Because my StreamYard accident, so I'm playing with 2 screens here, guys. Sorry. So let me share this tab. Share this tab. Because I want to show you. I don't want to think that, make you guys think I'm showing something that ain't true. Okay. 15, 22, 15, 14. That's how much it costs. Let me make it big so we can all see it. There you go. Not even 50. Okay? Not even 50. They're like, oh, look what I did. Lord Jesus. Jesus help me. Jesus help me. Jesus help me. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go back over here. Oh, share this tab instead. Play.
Seconds. And within 8 hours, if the water turned blue, he would know he had a water leak. to this day, still never done it. Last I heard. But anyway, they knew it was a running toilet. Whether they fixed it now, I don't know.
I think that they will
I'm
be held
sorry. I got so many
accountable.
things going through my head, dude. So many things. Oh, so that was 662 of the 1,000. Then Larry started asking me to get him snuff. He wanted to roll a snuff for him, and he wanted to roll a snuff for Ray. I got it for both of them. After that, the money that they had left was around $250. I bought a prepaid debit card, Visa, at Walgreens.
I
that have
still
the
don't
receipt
think
for.
it's fair, guys. I'm sorry. I still don't think it's fair that they only are dividing it by 3 when there's more Whittakers than there are these two guys.
Put the rest of their money on that card, and I handed it to Larry at that time. Now that I know what I know now, I've done things differently. You got to understand, those first 2 trips, Larry was amazing, and he helped out a lot better than what I was seeing there at the end. And I said, and I told Betty about it too. I said, here is a card. If you guys need some groceries or anything goes, here's your card. I no longer have any of your money in my possession. I didn't want to have their money in my possession, but I said, here's that card. If you need it, it's for emergencies. And he said, thank you. But that 500 never came back. That plays into the story for later. Okay, when it comes into this month, when they paid that, he gave me the 5,000, and the other 2,500 never came to me. You add those two together, it's what, $3,000. When that donation money came in, people oversent, and I told them to stop sending money. I was like, don't send me any more money. You go back. I beg, do not send any more money. I got what I need for the Airbnb. And then I said I would give what was left over to Patrick to get him some sheetrock and insulation. He did need some sheetrock and insulation. And I thought $4,000 is enough to sheetrock and insulate that place. I went and walked it, and I sized it
But
up. I sent him
why?
1,000, and then I told him.
Hang on a second, sir. But why? Why would you do that when he's making, like you said in previous, what happened to 10 grand in 30 days? Why? Why would you not just hand that over to the Whittakers? You're there for the Whittakers. You're not there for Patrick, right? You're there for the Whittakers. And you need to Airbnb to stay there for the Whittakers. So actually, that too, sir, is the Whittaker money. Not Patrick's money, not Eric's money, the Whittaker money. They're paying you to stay in the Airbnb to bring up videos to get content of the Whittakers. Hello, ding dong.
That 3,000 that you owe the Whittakers at this point that I had been begging for him to send me, just keep it. Because then I had the money in my
Right,
account.
it's the
I was going to put
Whittakers'
it in their trust.
money.
That was where the rest of those donations that people sent me for the Airbnb, I was going to put it up there and make sure the Whittakers' money.
You can vent,
They
honey.
got their
Don't
full
worry
amount for that
about
month,
it.
put it in the trust, and we're good to go. I was trying to correct what he had taken, cover for him, not
Yeah.
cover for him, but I was cleaning up his mess and helping him out at the same time with the sheetrock and insulation. That's when the plan quickly started becoming nothing
He
about.
could have bought his own sheetrock and insulation off the money. He had, I'm going to guarantee, unless a legal way of making money, he probably has never made 10 grand in a day in his life. I don't know that to be true. I just threw that out there.
The Whittaker home, he wanted to fix up his home so the Whittakers could come in and live with him. And I'm going to tell you, Dwayne, I don't know if you've seen the home. I don't know which one would be more to fix up, the Whittaker's home or Patrick's. The Whittaker's home is definitely more dirty. They both got about an equal amount of work. Man, it's cold. I need to see if I can work this inside.
I was gonna ask you
I'll get back in.
If the Wi-Fi.
Well, I'm
back
about
on.
to lose battery, and I need this. I'm sorry, guys. After this, I want to be done with it.
Yeah, my understanding for everyone out there is that after this is over, that
I don't want to do it again.
as far as updates and things like that, I know people are asking. I know people are asking as far as have you had a chance to see any of the Whittakers, and since they were picked up by APS?
I've been trying. I've been trying, guys. They are a ward of the state now. I will tell you, I met the people that
Thanks,
what I saw in that video. I met the people that
Drive
have them.
safe, honey.
That was the one that came and met me and Timmy, and it was supposed to be the one that Betty was going to be meeting with too. That never happened. And they're very good people. I'm sure they're being taken good care of. But right now, I think they're just trying to make sure that the family is clean and taken care of. I'm no fan of the system. Dwayne, I've been talking about the system for how long now? But I can tell you, in this case, I saw go above and beyond. And when I found out that Betty was offered a continuance on the DVP, the protection order, she said no 3 times. She was offered another one right before they came and picked them up. Do you want to get BJ out? That sounds like to me that was their way of trying to say, we're going to offer you one more time. Are you sure?
Yeah.
And when she denied it, they got him.
And see, that's weird because I've been watching some of Patrick's videos, is he had said something about Betty said that she wanted BJ out, even though the protective order, had been canceled. But there was still an eviction notice, and Betty said she wanted BJ out, but then she says no 3 times to extending the protective order. Those two stories don't make sense.
I don't know who's telling the truth in this, dude. I have no idea. They named the town right. It's Ottawa, right? I don't know. I don't know who's telling the truth, and I'm tired of trying to figure it out. All I can say is I hope Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy are good. And
Because in my opinion, you're not qualified to understand it. Okay? Then why did you call ASP? Right. So you're not qualified to encourage her that she will be protected and how it will affect her in a positive way. I don't think she understood the repercussions if she didn't. You know what I mean? I still want to know who this ass kisser is on. I don't know who he is, Mama Bear. I really don't.
taken care of because they are the
I
innocent
know his first name's Dwayne because they mention it. He mentions Dwayne.
ones in this. They didn't have anything to do with any of this. Man. Their hearts were so happy, and I loved doing things for Ray, Lorraine, and Timmy because, unlike Betty and Larry, when I did something for them, they were
Right?
so appreciative.
I just
Like when I
want to
gave
be
Timmy his
done.
cup or anything you give Timmy, he would, the phone, those hugs, man. Thank you. Lorraine, same way. She loved her potato chips. She got to where she was hugging me quite frequently. And then Ray, they loved, and appreciated you for doing stuff for them. You didn't get that so much on the other side, but.
All right. Have you had a chance to watch? I know we probably get back to more of the other details, but have you had a chance to watch that video when APS picked up the 3 of them?
I've had several people tell me about it, dude. I can't.
Yeah, watch it.
I can't stomach it. I haven't been able to watch anything with Patrick. I knew this was coming, and then the guy that, again, the Airbnb that I got for him, and went and got him the groceries, and to walk in that Airbnb, they just finished cleaning it last night. It took 3 days.
Yeah, you went kind
We've all had
of.
that.
So are the Whittakers going to have to pay for that too because you went ahead and got him an Airbnb allegedly with what you're saying here, and it's trash allegedly, but you were supposed to show us that video. You said on Facebook over there that you're going to show the video of it, but you did not show the video of it. Now, who's going to pay for that? Is that something that's going to be taken out of the Whittaker money? I'm just asking for a few friends. Yeah, I think his first name is the one it was mentioned in this. Yeah, I know him too. Kitty, I was thinking the same thing. He looked so familiar to me, but I can't place him somewhere. Right? Funny how he never said how much it was, right? I think that he does say that he's had it until a couple of more days, but Patrick left and he said just keep the money because of the damage, but I don't think that's the way it works. He was also staying there. I think it was a different a different Airbnb. I'm not sure.
Friend that you go out for. What's that?
It looks like your video broke up there.
I mean, this guy has a lot of trust in this gentleman that he just met 2 months ago. Going to have him up on his podcast, talk to him about the Whittakers and what he was doing, and to hear all of the things that, plus the phone call, plus all the red flags he done seen. I mean, he puts a lot of trust in this. Now, do you guys in today's world, do you guys put a lot of trust in someone you only met 60 days ago? And then there's red flag, like he said it. I'm not putting words in his mouth. He said, I seen a lot of red flags. I was leaving breadcrumbs. Da, 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 da. Would you guys do that? Not normal behavior, in my opinion.
It was 3 days to clean that up, and I know you've detailed some of the damage in there. And of course, some people have been asked, no, show the picture, show the videos. I don't know if you feel like doing that or not. And actually, your camera's a little fuzzy still.
The video is a little fuzzy, but
Right.
you'll see it. She was telling us just today that there was poop all over the walls too, wasn't she?
Poop all over the walls?
Dog poop.
Dog poop.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who.
I showed it.
You can't tell as much because like one of
Because
the
I was
biggest
asking
things
the
that
questions. I said, who is over this Whittaker channel? Who receives the monetary gain from the AdSense? Who? Where's the money? Where's the money? And they time me out, girl. I've never been timed out in a chat in my life because I don't go in like trying to rough up people. But he said he was there to answer questions. I was asking the questions. He didn't like the questions. But as we know, when you're timed out, content creator to content creator, we know when you're timed out, you can still see the comments. Just the chat can't. So I thank you for doing that because it looks different. So I really stuck out. Thank you.
The problem with it was the dip, the chewing tobacco. It was everywhere, dude. Like
You did too?
everywhere.
See, they
In
kept
the
timing
sheets,
this
in the
out.
floor, everywhere. The back doors, again, completely left wide open. When he found out he couldn't
I
stay,
don't
he took
know.
off a
Was
day early
he? I
and
don't
went back home.
know.
And that's when he went
Oh,
and,
wow.
I guess, got Timmy and everything at that point, because that's when we found out BJ was there. He instantly went back and got the cash cow. Right. Anyway.
Wow.
So it was a mess, dude. Dog turds on the floor all over the deck. But yeah, I'll put it out. Pills.
People have asked, are you going to be required to pay for that cleanup?
Already did.
Oh, you already paid for it. Okay.
I was paid all the way up until Thursday, and that was on Sunday. And I left, had a conversation with the owner, apologized profusely, told him to keep that money towards it. He bent over backwards for us. But yes, it was paid for.
Wow.
By whose money? And I asked that, I'm sure. I didn't take all the screenshots of it because I was kind of getting tired of doing screenshots. But because every time I'd ask a question, I was timed out for like an hour. And I was still timed out at the end of the little show. Oh Lord. But I'm like, who paid for it? Who paid for it? It shouldn't come out of Whittaker money. Right. And I'm going to tell you, I'm still doubling, tripling down that a three-way split isn't fair. I'm telling you, in my opinion.
So let's see. I'm trying to think of some of the other questions. Let me see if I can look at some of the comments. Do they have any questions in here?
Well, here's one. I need to get some of these out. Well, you heard about the bluegrass concert earlier. Well,
Yeah, I've never been timed out in my
leads into the concert where Patrick broke his leg. At this point in time, I had been crawling Patrick's ass about the money.
Yeah, he didn't say
And he
how
wasn't
much.
talking to me because he was tired of me saying,
Right? That's
you
what
need to
I
be
say.
accountable. What's going on?
Let me
And
tell you.
and then if I ever did something without telling,
But they said, well, they agreed to it. Well, of course they did. They're not. Oh my God. He's like, well, they agreed to the contract. And I told them, no, you did not sit down with someone representing. Here's what should always happen. And this is what I really think should have always happened is they should have an attorney representing the Whittakers, in my opinion. Okay, and they should always be involved in any type of money deals that are made with the Whittakers because they have more knowledge than the Whittakers does on a financial end. Hell, I would even need that kind of assistance. I wouldn't know what the hell I'm doing. We're going to sign a contract with Mr. Beast without having an attorney look at it because I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Lord Jesus.
him first, like, man, you're not keeping me in the loop. You know what's going on. And I always try to keep him in the loop, but I'm not going to text Patrick before I do every little thing on social media. I don't have the time for
Right?
that.
That was me too, man. I'm like,
platforms that
wow,
you got
you're a
rolling.
dirty dog. You didn't have anybody like an attorney or anybody with authority to overlook this deal you made with disabled people. You're some kind of special, in my opinion.
But I was against that concert. He knew I didn't want at that point. Like I thought the concerts came off as here's Patrick Rourke featuring the Whittakers. You know, I'm here to play the banjo type thing. And then, but he just went and did it, and that's when he broke his leg. But the part of that infuriated me was the day before was Ray's orthopedic visit. We waited over a month for that visit. Talked about it numerous times on these videos. I am in Georgia. If I was here, Ray would have been at that orthopedic visit. That first visit took me coming from Georgia to here to make it happen. When I got here, all I needed Patrick to do was set up that appointment for Ray, the first one. And he told me he was going to do it. When I got here, this is at the time the air conditioner and all the other stuff was going on. I said, did you ever get that visit set up? And he said, man, it's West Virginia. It's not like Georgia. You don't just get a visit set up. I'm like, well, okay, but did you call? No, I hadn't called yet, but I'll get to it. When are you going to get to it? He's like, chill, man. This is what I was here for. Let's get Ray to the knee doctor. You're not listening to me. You're not going to get him to a doctor. Well, I called doctors in Medicare and Beckley.
And I'm going to tell you, they didn't have to pay for it because I'm going to tell you right now, if they have SSI or Social Security disability or anything underneath the government umbrella, they have medical too. Hey, hubby, do you mind coming and talking to my friends real quick while I use the bathroom? I have to put the headset on. We're talking about the Whittakers. Don't say anything crazy. My husband just got home and I have to use a bathroom so bad, guys. I am so sorry. But just put it on pause. You can just read the chat.
I'll read the chat. Well, that's no fun. What do we got here? Florida Life in the Sun. Mama Bear. Okay. Mama Bear, hi, dear. What do we got going here? You still talking about these two guys that are or whatever? I don't see how they did not get them in trouble for like elderly abuse or, disability abuse. Read it, Chad. It's laws to protect people like the Whittakers, but looking at what state they are, and nothing will be done. They're in what, West Virginia, right? Uh, we'll have to ask our neighbors down there. They're from West Virginia. I guarantee they know about that area. Okay, the main mods back here, or commenter, whatever. Hey, I did not.
Yeah, I'm a mod, hubby. Okay, thanks. A sunny side, hello. Yeah, I had to use a bathroom so bad, but I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, like, because I already had to let my dog out and a while ago. So, okay. He's so uncomfortable. Let me tell you guys, he's so uncomfortable. Like, being on a microphone. He'll talk from the back behind the scene, but get him on this microphone in front of this computer, he's like, what the hell is going on? Oh, yeah. And also, he gets nervous because he doesn't know what to say. And he's very opinionated. And he'll get me banned.
And I don't sugarcoat it.
You'll get me banned, Larry.
That's okay, but it'll be fun.
It's okay. What am I going to do? He said, we're going down in a flame of glory.
They knew Ray, they knew about the Whittakers, and they had it set up for me to bring him the next day and where he wouldn't be around anybody and we could kind of keep him, comfortable because we didn't know how Ray was going to take it. You don't go to doctors. And that's the sad thing about all this. Ray is not in the greatest shape, guys. Ray is not in the greatest shape at all. It's not just his knee. Ray has lost a lot of weight.
Yeah,
Ray,
and to be honest with you, Ray has lost a lot of weight. So I'm going to ask you, with all that Whittaker money that you gave them, like $1,000, whatever, did you ever go and buy that guy some Ensure? Did you ever try to supplement what he was eating and make sure that you said Ray has to eat this? I mean, never mind.
his eyes don't look right to me. He's got this very big curvature in his spine. There's a lot going on, and Ray needed to be seen. But I got Ray in there, and they went above and beyond because it was like pulling teeth just to find out his birthday, dude. Took me a while to find out that, but he wasn't even in the system. No social security, no birth certificate, no ID. And so, anyway, we got in that visit. The doctor was super nice. Ray was super cooperative when he first got in there, and they went to do his blood pressure and his pulse. It was a little touch and go, but he quickly warmed up to it.
Right.
And was Ray. And they gave him a Loxicam and
He just brings a bag of potato chips and a Coca-Cola Classic and calls it a day. Here you go. Here you go. And nothing for Ray. Okay. He brings it to Lorraine. Like, have you? Oh, I mean, do you guys not see where I'm going with this? Not qualified. Okay, did not, get contact any specialist to come in and say, hey, this is what we got going on. We don't want to split the family up. What can we do to make this home better condition? Like, that's a big project. I mean, of that home. But you need people that can analyze the situation, that are experts in this area, and it could have turned out in a different way if they got someone that really had good intentions off camera and maybe got private people to help navigate this with donations or whatever, because it does cost money to redo homes and shit. I get it, but not just put them out there for the public. It could potentially be done, all right, with the correct resources. But hopefully the state doesn't just put them in nursing homes and stuff like that. Hopefully the state can do what these past YouTubers could not do.
in jail. And they told us Voltaren is now.
I know that's putting a lot of faith in the government. I get it. I mean, hey, treading lightly here.
Counter, you're going to have to buy it. Well, I didn't have it to buy on that trip because I had already spent money on the air conditioner. You remember, I'm left with like $100 at this point. So I asked Patrick. I said, they said he's got another prescription.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll get it. Dude, Ray didn't get that Voltaren gel until I came up on that next visit. Ask Betty.
Right? He bought them
I
chips
don't know
they
if she'll
paid for. It
say
wasn't like a
anything in my favor
gift.
now, but I had to go buy the Voltron gel. He went almost a
Right.
month without it, but he did get
And
his
I
mailbox
agree with that.
the next day after dinner.
Someone that didn't have money signs in their eyes, they could coordinate to get things rolling in action. Absolutely. And I truly believe that. All right. It would take a long time to get things worked out. And I'm talking on all levels here because there is so much going on in this family, but it could be done, in my opinion. I'm not volunteering myself because I'm not qualified to do something like that, but I think that there are qualified people out there that could.
Meloxicam. Ray was walking around that yard. I didn't know it
I don't
worked that
believe
quick.
in watch
I
cam.
didn't know any medicine worked that quick. Dude, well, I take it too, but it did wonders for Ray.
Oh my
And
God. Don't
but
they?
they went
Hopefully
ahead
they
that
didn't.
day and said, we have talked to an orthopedic, told him the situation because we know the situation is unique.
It's okay.
They're also going to bring him in, special accommodations, make sure he's taken care of, and be at this orthopedic visit.
Yep, let me tell you what.
They
Let me tell
set
you,
that up
I
for us.
want to give you. If someone ever goes, they're going to come to my house, and they've been to visit the Amish, and they bring me back some Amish freaking potato chips. Go back to the Amish, and tell them I want some homemade chicken and noodles. Bring me some Amish food back, you asshole. Oh, Jesus, didn't even get a pie or nothing. You dirty dog.
And that's what Patrick was supposed to do.
Right?
He didn't do that. He went to the
Shit.
concert and his leg broke.
So what are some of the other things that
I
you
don't know where
kind
you
of
want to go to from here.
yeah, and there's still so much.
I'm looking down the feet on Timmy's face and getting Timmy to massage his feet. Timmy hanging from a tree, even though he was in a harness. You got a 46-year-old mentally challenged child. He told me one time he was going to take Timmy skydiving.
They did
He
it
didn't sound like he was
themselves.
kidding. It never happened, but
They did it
only God knows.
themselves because there's
Yeah.
not been anyone, there hasn't ever been. Here's what I wish Mark would have done. I wish he would have hired an attorney to be over, not like their everyday living, okay, just over them as their name. I wish someone would have trademarked the Whittaker name to be their trademark. You know what I'm saying? So no one, loosey goosey, and their team couldn't come and do what they've done. If it was trademarked, they couldn't use their name. You know what? You guys feel what I'm saying?
I try to give
Here's one, and I got the video for you. I'll give you this. Patrick and Betty. Y'all saw him all the time saying, "Hey Betty, give me a kiss." It was cute in the beginning. It was cute until one day he sent me a video where he said, "Betty, give me a big old kiss." Betty went to kiss him, and then he's like, "No, Betty, I'm playing with you, doggone it." But you could see on Betty's face she wasn't playing, Dwayne.
right.
And it got posted, and I was so glad that people spoke up. They were like, "This is not right. You're leading her on, and this is not right." And I went to Patrick and I was like, "You might want to read those comments, dude." I was like, "It don't look good."
But if you heard it from him in the past, he was going to LLC it. I'm kind of curious who was going to be like the CEO of that LLC, who was going to be the co-founder of that LLC. Would it been the Whittaker name? Would it been Betty would it been someone in the Whittaker, or would it been him? Got to be real careful with this shit, man, with the LLCs. Like I'm saying, anyone out there with some deep pockets that wants to help someone and do a charity for the year, get get these folks an attorney and help them get their name trademarked so people cannot just do what they want with their name and stuff. That's what that's my advice.
And he got furious. All in text messages. You can see it. He was furious. And I said, and then I had to boil it down for him. I said, "Look, dude, you got a family that was picked on their whole life, that were outcasts of society. Nobody really spent much attention on it. You're showing up. You're spending all this time on Timmy. You took him to eat. You did things with him." And I was like, "She never got married, never had kids. You're sitting here playing with her all the time about kissing. I know you're playing around." But I was like, "You're at a point in time, I don't think she's playing around anymore. And you guys don't believe me. I'll let you see the video for yourself." And there's probably people out there that saw it. You noticed the "give me a kiss" thing stopped because he was very,
Yeah, I noticed that too. I don't know if you guys, I'm not going to show the video, but do you guys remember seeing the videos of him always saying, teasing about giving her a kiss? And a lot of times I don't show, if it's disturbing to me, I won't show it on my channel. Oh, I'll talk about these fools, okay, in my opinion, and show but a lot of stuff, if it gets like real, I won't share it because yeah, in the store, yeah, I won't share it because it makes me feel uncomfortable, and I don't want it out. I don't want to promote it more, which I'm a small channel, I know that. But still, one more view, you ain't getting it off of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's one that I don't think I've seen it tonight, but one that's come up is this whole when you were in in bed with Timmy, and I know you had to explain it a number of times, but it's one of those people ask the dumb.
Yes.
I told Adult Protection Services that right away. And when people ask me on the internet, I told them
Very
right away.
weird.
There was one night when I was there. It was the night Timmy watched ET with me.
Yeah.
I woke up with a pillow and a cover in his hand,
I
looking at me
know,
like,
right?
I'm getting into bed with you.
And here's
You gotta
the
remember,
thing.
46 years old. He slept with his mom.
Knowing that what is, I feel you on that statement, Cryptic, and on many different levels.
Whole entire life. And I looked at him, I said, Timmy, no, bud, you got a bunk bed in there. And that's why they got him that TV put in there. And I said, you can't. He just hopped up in it anyway. And I told him numerous times, Timmy, you need to go back in there. He wanted to spend time with me. And I really thought long and hard about this because I know, trust me, guys, I know. But then I thought about it. I looked, there was a comforter on the bed. Timmy was under the comforter with the sheets. I went and got a comforter from the next room. And I laid on top of the comforter with a new comforter. Stayed fully clothed, obviously. And
you weren't in your underwear.
Timmy wanted, not in my underwear.
I'm jabbing a little bit on another video I saw.
It's not funny, sir. I don't know why. Okay, hang on a second. You're talking about a serious situation, Mr. Glasses and Beard Man, Mr. Beard Man. I wear glasses too, reading glasses, so I mean I feel your pain. Cataract, sorry. Mr. Beard Man, and I don't have a beard, at least not yet. I mean, I'm getting up there in age. I might get one in a couple years, but anyway, that's not funny to joke about. Okay, I don't find that one bit amusing. And let me poke you in your nose with my thing. That wasn't funny, asshole.
But Timmy was wanting to spend time, dude, and he ate that night up watching ET with me in the bed. And dude, that kid deserved it. He never had a dad. And I'll never forget that week.
I believe that too.
Week and a half I got to spend with him. I feel like I made a big difference in his life.
Yeah.
I believe that he was the cash cow because let me tell you why. Because he's funny.
Yeah,
Timmy is funny. He has got such a freaking great personality. He's funny, and not funny like in a mean way. He has got a fantastic personality. He makes jokes that are really funny, and he can tease and stuff, and people enjoyed that. He's an entertainer. Okay, Timmy's an entertainer. And that's the money making. That's why they're always talking about Timmy. Okay? He makes them money. From my observation, allegedly.
Going back, I've always tried to be fair and balanced with stuff, and watching the videos. I know you mentioned the hanging from a tree. He was in the harness. The only one, and again, I'm a gun guy, was when he had, even though the guy was holding onto it, but shooting off it was literally an automatic weapon. That was one where, and again, I'm a gun guy. I went shooting with the boys.
I'm armed up.
Very innocent way.
You know what? Especially a rifle. I would have a shooting table with a whole, one holders, put it in there. Timmy, come down here. I'm all for that. Teach him how to do it and do it responsibly. But that, you got to understand, Timmy was very loyal to Patrick, and he didn't want him to think he wasn't having fun. You can watch Timmy's body language in that video. Timmy runs away very quickly. But he's like, woo, he wanted like Patrick to be proud of him, like a kid wants their dad to be proud of them. But you can tell he was like, no. And then with Timmy in the tree, dude, my thing is, yes, I know he was safe, and he was. Patrick got a kick out of it. I'm all for that. I'm all for rough housing and stuff with boys and kids and dads and stuff like that. Kids need that. At the same time, you do have a 46-year-old mentally challenged person. If something does go wrong, what is the response going to be?
See, you're sidestepping, sir. We need to talk about the money. Okay, you're still, sounds like Ellie needs to speak to them. Absolutely. Now I'm saying these two had darker intentions for Timmy. We saw the classic grooming, then filming in VS, and that pillow fight. What did we not see? I mean, I don't always want to go that way with things. I don't know, but you got to be careful. You've got to be careful. You got to be careful out here. That place looks the same as it did when these fools started helping them. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think they cleaned the front porch off, but a crew of people came and Patrick filmed it. Remember?
Right. You don't
Especially,
get yourself in those situations.
Yeah, especially on the internet. Yeah, there were ones I thought was great. The dump truck or the crane one where they dumped water on them and stuff. That was fun. I will say I wasn't the biggest fan of the Victoria's Secret, the flipping off, and all
Well,
that didn't hit me.
No, not when you pled guilty to a sexual related crime last month.
Yeah.
For stalking and non-consensual distribution of sexual images and more. I didn't know he pled guilty. He told me he had a court date. And then when all that started coming out and I started looking, dude, if I was a guy that just pled guilty to a sex crime, would I want to go take a 46-year-old mentally challenged person in Victoria's Secret?
Right. Yeah.
Not only that,
he starts. I have to, because he starts.
He's going to need to jump back in. His connection's messed up. I'm going to take a look at some of the comments in here.
Finally,
and see
but
if I
he doesn't answer any of them.
Ask some questions specific to what kind of.
You don't answer none of them. Why you acting like you about to answer some questions because you don't?
What's going on?
You block me or you time me out. You don't answer no questions. But as I keep I was typing my fingers till the fingers were just moving. Okay, and you can see him increasingly get more angry because I was going there with him. I was like, where's this? Where is that? I said, you know I know. And I'm going to tell you how I know. Because I create content, which is not real content. I review other people. But anyways, I have a platform. I know how the analytics work. I know someone's making AdSense money. How much did you make last month off AdSense? Show us the money. Show us your back page. I was going there with him. And you notice this man's face, the beard man's face starts to get red. Okay. And I'm timed out.
Again, they're coming in pretty quickly. Yeah, the audio is bad. We'll have him jump back in here in a second. Yep. Let's see. Looks like he's trying to enter in. I'll get him pulled back in here. As soon as there we go.
Let me answer the question here. I haven't heard any news on Betty. I'm gonna I'll go check real quick on Facebook while this is playing too, and see if they've posted anything. But they want the financial from disabled people. It's disgusting to me. It's disgusting to me, and it's in 3-month increments. They don't, because not SSI cards or don't get SSI or DSI or med help. So they don't get medical card along with Social Security. Well, I know Betty would because she's over 65. People on a disability, they get a medical card. I don't know. I don't know if all of them receive that, but I'm going to go check on Betty. Let's see if we can find anything. Give me 1 second. We'll let this play.
Hopefully that he's able to connect. There he is. Okay, he's back.
Down bad.
It's cold out there, I can tell. Your audio is really messed up.
Yeah, your audio is messed up too, dude. It has been one of those days.
You can try that.
Hang on, we got us an update. Okay, we having us an update. Because I got all my let me see if I can share that. We got us an update. Hang on a second. I don't know if it's about Betty, but let me go over here real quick. Let me go to this page here. I hate looking at Facebook on the computer. It's so much different than yeah, let me just show you guys this. This is a trip. All right. So let me see if what you guys can see. Let me make it a little bigger here. They don't. None of them do? They don't have a link card or anything? That's interesting. All right, so here is the Facebook. And I now offer videograms on the storefront. Request a custom video for yourself, friends, and family. So, we can get that too, and also have, Timmy time, right? So here is a video of Betty. Oh, wow. Wow, wow. Wow. Okay, let's read this. Today has been a productive day for a change, and I'm grateful for the progress we've made. I know many of you have been eager for updates on the Whittaker family, and I apologize for my absence on social media lately. Rather than engaging with speculation and misinformation, I've been focused on what's the most important, reuniting this family. I want to assure you that Eric and I will resolve our differences. You'll hear the other side soon, and I'll be transparent about anything you want to know, like Eric was. Okay. But first, we need to prioritize the Whittaker family's well being. You've only heard one side of the story so far, and while there's more to share, it's not a priority right now. Okay. I'm sure you're wondering about Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray, and I understand the concern. Unfortunately, getting accurate information has been challenging, but I'm committed to keeping you updated. Tonight, I'll be live at 7 to share what we know so far and our outline, our plan to get this family back together. Having Betty stay with me is comforting to know she feels safe, dude. Lord, help me. Lord Jesus, help me. Oh, God. Okay. Let me breathe. Having Betty stay with me is comforting to know she feels safe due to the threats she is now getting. But it has been a reminder of what this family has gone through, and it's only made me more determined to fix the situation. The whole thing should have never happened, and this family did not deserve this. They absolutely didn't. Please continue to pray for the family. See video below. I'll see it tonight at 7. Man, I had no intentions on going live, but tonight at 7, we going live, baby. Oh, so Betty, this was 15 minutes ago. So he even said at that point, I thought I saw receipts that he just gotten 5K. So why is 1K so much? Baby, they don't deserve this, but worried about poor Betty, right? How is staying with him if he has no. Man, I'm so, I don't know what to say. What are you guys saying? Let's read some of the comments. Did Betty get married? Just noticed the ring. What? Can we make this bigger? Who's Ernie Evans? Yeah, she has like a little ring on her finger, like just a little ring. Um, Let me go back. I don't even know how to feel about. I don't either. Of course, he'll be live. He will not get guardianship of anyone, not even a fly. Um, Let me see what. Are you going to share the live at 7, or am I going to share? You can do it too, Taylor. That's up to you. You're more than welcome to share it too. Um, I would probably go live at 7. You're more than welcome to share it too. I don't even know how to feel about this. God forbid they ask them for anything. I don't know how I'm feeling about this, to be honest with you. Thank you, Patrick. I truly believe you and Eric had full heart, your full hearts in this for the family, but Betty and Larry, why do you keep blaming? Do you not understand? People don't understand mental health. They don't understand any of this, do they? Wow. Wow. Okay. I mean, people have a right to their opinion, right? People have a right to their opinion. They surely do. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. 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 Medcare is just a clinic. Mm-mm-mm. My husband is probably so tired of me being on YouTube every night over this. I've tried explaining this. Oh, my husband's heard about it too, girl. Nightbot? Is Nightbot telling you? Nightbot's attached himself to you, Taylor. Sorry. I hope Betty is okay, but Betty needs to stay away from them. I hope. Oh, oh, Lord Jesus. I would just went in there for a damn. Who is Ernie Evans? They tagged Ernie Evans. Oh my God, we're gonna. Oh my God. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Hang on, guys. He tagged Ernie Evans in this, and let me tell you what this guy is. And I'm showing it to you. Producer, engineer, promoter, event planner, radio personality, multi instrumentalist, grandfather. He tagged him in it. Executive producer at Evans Media Source, LLC. Things I'm going to tell you, this is now going to get quite interesting. He's going to take this to, I hope, I don't know this to be a fact. I'm reading this. You're hearing it as I read it. Well, I would go live on Rumble, but I don't want to miss your thoughts. Oh, well, you're more than welcome to come over here too. And Taylor, let me tell you, if you ever want to like share and go over commentary that I do, like for input or whatever, please feel more than welcome to do that if you want, if it helps you. Because I know being up on panels sometimes and trying to share things, it gets kind of hard. You know what I mean? But if it helps you, I don't care. I'm not, professional by no means, but I got a professional chair. Anyway, he's having a guy that helps keep the live straight like the other guy does for Eric. Oh, this is a festival planner, it looks like. Right. Betty don't have anyone. Sadly, that loser is all she had. I know. He's looking for cash. This isn't looking good. Keep her off of social media. Let me tell you what. If this was I'm going to start following this guy. And that's what they want. So, no, I'm not. I refuse to follow his ass. I'm not going to do it. Okay. I'll just have to click into his name every now and again. Um, Wait, there's another one that says we got to go down. We got to go back. Hang on. Did y'all see Patrick's mugshot from Florida related to prostitution? No, girl. I told B-Friend about last night. I've been watching since July, not knowing how I feel about it. I got you. And it's okay to have mixed feelings. You just don't know. So let me go back here. Let me stop sharing in case I show like my daughter's wedding pictures by mistake or something. I would hate to do that for her. She would be so pissed at me. Um, but there's another post. I don't know who this person is. It says yesterday at no, did I miss something? Why is this saying something different to me on my phone? Oh, Eric. Okay, let's go over to Eric. All right, let me find Eric. Okay, he has one new post. Let's see what it says. So tonight at 7. I wonder if that's 7, if what time they're on. Like, if what kind of hours that is for me. Is it 6 or 7 for me? Okay, here's Eric's post. Let me share it to you guys. Go to studio. Where am I? All right, share. Eastern time. They're on Eastern time. I'm on Eastern time too, so that's good. All right. So I don't want to miss it. Shit. Okay, so this is from Eric last. I don't know if it says was told while I was on live that Betty, this was 16 hours ago. So I think okay, never mind. I thought it was a new post, but it's not. All right, this is the same one. He knew about it. Going back to Florida, Georgia, and living my normal life as much as normal as I can. I just hate that it turned out that way. Okay, sorry guys. I thought it was something new, but it's not. Oh my heavens to Jesus. Oh my heavens to Jesus. Well, with the trivia I do on Thursday, we are now going to do every other week, and the case talk on weeks we don't do trivia. Got you. Want to do a raid during his live? We should. But I think we have to go. I don't think it's, I think it's on Facebook. Yeah, we'll send people over there to ask questions. 7 o'clock, West Virginia. Thanks. Hey, Courtney, it's good to see you, honey. Um, I will tell you exactly uh what time. We'll start at 15 till, and I'll tell you um what if there's anything else. Maybe stay down in Georgia and leave them alone. Right? Stay down away from them. Stay away from them, assholes. Okay, leave Betty alone. Let Betty, she's mourning her family. Then you put a video out on her. Just leave her alone. Let her just do her thing. And do you guys think it's a good idea she's staying with Patrick? It's 7 for me. Okay, good. So I'm gonna make sure I come back on here. We're coming back on here at 7 o'clock, folks. We are gonna keep our eye on this because I'm very interested in what's gonna happen, because I hope that somebody with some damn sense helps Betty. I have a feeling with this entertainment guy stepping in, he doesn't. Hey, someone said he's gonna help. I know you were joking, but he doesn't need any help on putting up content on social media. He's been doing it. He's been doing it. That Patrick's been doing it. He knows how to make a fucking video. He don't need no damn help. He tagged that man in that for a reason, and he's a producer and all that. Come on, he's about to really get this off to the races, and I don't know how or why, because Betty. I'm just gonna leave that to myself for now. We'll see how things go. I don't think either dude cares. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. Yeah, mom and dad raised a scammer, not a fool. Mm. There you go. He has some videos couple days now under that Ernie. I can't watch and watch yours. Okay, so he has some. He does have some underneath there. Let's go look. Let me go see back to that Ernie guy. Let me go back. So that's Patrick. He tagged to Ernie. Let's look at Ernie. Ernie Evans. Very interesting fella, huh? North Florida Bluegrass Association. You're not, where do you live? Where do you live? Let me see where this guy is. I don't want to dox him. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me, Jesus. That's a pin post. Oh, you're right. Oh, I got to share this with you guys. This guy's involved. This guy's involved. Let me tell you why. Oh, shit, fire, save the matches. Oh, shit, fire, and save the matches. This is the says we're seeking a professional in our network who works as a caseworker, particularly with experience in illegal guardianship for disabled adults. If you know someone who might be able to offer guidance or support in reuniting a family, please contact me privately. Your experience could make a significant difference. Let's work together to bring this family back together. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He's involved. Definitely is. People are going to fall for this shit. What they need. Oh my gosh. Here we go. We got us a video. Feeling confused? Well, come on over here, buddy. We'll fill you in with everything you need to fucking know. Let's see what he's got to say.
Again, if you are watching this and you are following this, please encourage people not to rush to judgment and do that kind of thing. Remember, these are lessons we've learned a long time ago. I'll be 65 years old in May.
Let me tell you what. This said, you didn't even spell their name right. Maddie, get him. Maddie Miller, you belong with us. Maddie, get on over here, girl.
I know most of you thought I was older than that, but I'll be a young 65 next May.
Okay,
We're told there's always more
then
than
you're a seasoned adult. Then we're gonna hold you to that, sir.
two sides to a story. Sometimes there's three, but
There's always three. There's two sides to every pancake, and there's three sides to the story. Okay, especially with some shit like this.
more than one side for sure. And you know, it's those little lessons like that. They never. We forget about them, and we want to do things. We think we're helping. We think that we're doing something constructive, and we're hurting the wrong people. And we totally don't mean to do that. What we think we're doing is maybe punishing somebody that deserves it, but we're hurting the wrong people. And I think that has to stop. I can tell you that I've got some things that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be helping Patrick out. I don't know Eric. I don't know him at all. I know that Patrick is from West Virginia. He's their people. He lives up the road from them. He knows them. I trust him.
Oh, Ooh, hang on, dear, buddy. Go like this, weedy, with your glasses. Clean them off, honey. Make sure you get your ears real clean because do you?
You know, I know Patrick's not perfect. Nobody is. There's another saying from a long time ago
Have
that
you
I've been as a young kid.
Sir, the money trail isn't already moneying, okay, from all of this. So, did you see that part? Did you? Oh, shit,
We all
fire.
know that nobody's perfect.
We're all human. We're all subject to error.
He has a criminal record. It's public. You can see it. Last
I have
night
no
it was
interest
painted out
in
to
it.
be a criminal record and a rap sheet a mile long. I went and looked at it last night. So did several people. And if you take out the driving without a seatbelt, take out no proof of insurance, a speeding ticket.
Dude, I am so down the rabbit hole now. I'm
dismissal,
invested.
not
I promise you guys, I'm invested now. I'm all the way down this rabbit hole, Florida. This is what Florida people do. It's the damn sunshine, Florida. Okay, it's the damn sunshine. It warps our minds. Okay. Oh, I'm down the rabbit hole now. I can't leave. I can't.
not guilty. Take all those out once, and it's not a long rap sheet. Then you take out domestic disputes. You obviously had a companion that they didn't get along very well. And I'm just being real with you. It's all public. Doesn't need to be an opinion. You can form your own. But you take all those out, and it's not. He was transparent
It's a
about
son, baby.
it. I think his heart's in the right place. Do I think he's a Boy Scout and a
Lord.
scholar? I'm not either. I'm not perfect either. But the real victims and the real focus really needs to be on the real victims. And that's where it needs to be, on Lorraine, Timmy, and Ray. And if that means allowing BJ, who is the niece who has trouble, I mean, she's on drugs and she's on and off drugs, she's embezzled money. If that means allowing her to be in that household, then it does. But again, Ray just turned 70 years old. He just turned 70. Just had a birthday online. And it's a little late to start changing the sanitary conditions in the house, that kind of thing. He just needs a safe place he can be, but he needs to be with his family. It's starting to rain real heavy. I don't know any more about what's going on. I know that today that they woke up in a hospital. They were petrified. They've never been through anything like this in their life. They can't defend themselves because they can't speak. And it's just got to be frightening. Anyways, raining pretty hard, so I'm going to get off here, go into my meeting. Thank you all for listening and let me vent a little bit. But just keep them in your prayers, and if you can, just, I don't know, when the time is right and you feel right in your heart, there's something you think you can do to help, do that. If you read some of the threads and you think somebody's off base, just ask them politely, not to judge or pick one over the other. They've both done good work. Eric and Patrick have done great work. Just look at some of the videos that are on their pages on the Whittaker family. And
Well, we have, and we've seen them make money off of the Whittakers, and not one time we've ever seen them really do the work that's needed in this family. Okay, we've seen them, in my opinion, from my observation of the videos, prance them around and act like they're doing good work, but to really get down in the nitty gritty and do the work that's necessary, sir, that's just not simply true. You got some gray hair. That means you're wise, right? They say if you get gray hair, you're wiser, right? Well, sir, your whole mustache is gray, so I'm thinking that you're a wise fella. So I want you to not look at what you can make off of the Whittakers and look at them as a human. Can you please, sir, step back and say, if this was your brother, sister, mother, aunt, would you like them to be out here like this? And do you think, sir, that splitting it three, are you going to be the fourth split now? I'm just asking for a few 100,000 friends.
Patrick has had Timmy out. He's 46 years old. He's had him out zip lining, fishing, mud bogging, doing all kinds of things that that little guy would never have the chance to do. And he's taken him out. He's taken Betty and Lorraine out. Got
it rains every day, Sunnyside.
And Eric has done some good things with them too. But
Florida has a potential to rain here every day. It's cloudy right now. It's probably going to rain, and it can rain on this side of the road and not that side of the road. Okay, it's very weird because I'm down here sometimes in the rainy season, and I'm like, why is it raining over here and not there? I just happen to be underneath the freaking rain cloud. It really does exist. Rain clouds exist. My husband will be in a certain town, which isn't far from here, and I'll be like, and it's just pouring thunder and lightning. It sounds like hell's breaking loose, and not shiny sun is shining over here. So weird.
I'm going to.
That's why all of our minds are warped. It's because the weather.
Continue to support them. I hope I'm going to be able to see them on Friday.
You know exactly.
That's the plan. I've got some things for them that I'd like to hand directly to them. And I'm hoping that's going to be possible. But I'll keep you posted on that. I'll go live from up there if I have a phone signal. If not, we'll at least record it. I'll be heading up there with the band with Retro 78. And,
let me promote my band real quick. Oh, Lord. Help me, Jesus.
But certainly if I hear anything worth sharing, I'll do that. But you can check them out at the Whittaker family on Facebook and follow along there and get caught up on everything. But y'all have a great day.
Oh, you're not promoting. So that is a key, guys. Think about what he just said. You can follow him on the Whittaker family on Facebook. Does that mean the YouTube isn't under, oh boy?
I'm going to go make some opportunity for some bluegrass bands today with my friends at the Clay County Fair. I'm really excited about that. That's the
Okay. So let's keep looking into it. Let's see what's below here. Is there more? They couldn't afford cleaning service and at least cleaned. Right? If they couldn't right. They could have helped clean. Let me put up a banner here in case I, show my damn kid stuff. She'll get pissed off at me. Okay, let's see what else we got underneath here. Close this out. What else is under here? I'm afraid to look. Oh, there is another one. Oh, is this the same one? Let's see if this is the same one.
I have a meeting today and got some great things happening.
No. This may be a different one. Okay, let me add it. Take this down.
Today is a meeting about a new festival that we've sort of announced, but we'll be talking more about it. It's going to be in Green Cove Springs, but more about that later. I'll know more later, actually. I want to talk to you about the Whittaker family just for a minute here. And those of you that have been following and keeping up with the Whittaker family online, you already know that this is probably the best reality show that has ever happened without a production and unscripted, and there may never be another one like it. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
I witnessed something last night that I don't think I'll ever see again as long as I live.
Wow.
It probably won't happen again. And there's some positive and negative that come out of it, and I'll explain for you. If you don't know who the Whittaker family is, I'll describe it just real quick. The Whittaker family is a family that was featured in a documentary about, I want to say 6 years ago, maybe. It was actually, they were discovered longer.
Wow.
Than that,
I'm like,
prominently to
I'm blown
the
away.
internet and YouTube specifically.
Right,
Through a
Mel?
producer in California that did a documentary on life up in the Appalachian Mountains, and it was kind of focused on an inbred family called the Whittakers. It was two first cousins that had married. They had 15 children, and many of them have passed
Right.
on.
I'm blown away right now.
Some are still alive. Some have moved away from the area, but there are 5.
But it's interesting to hear his interpretation. So we can have this on record. So whenever he does, this is proof's in the pudding.
Living in a house that are in odd West Virginia, in a very rural area. And there has been a few people in there documenting their life, but recently there's been 2.
You talk too slow
gentlemen
for
in
me,
there
dude. Like,
that have
seriously.
been trying to help them get some funds raised and help them improve their life, because there's 3 disabled, like completely disabled almost, people there. One of them's kind of high functional, but they can't talk, very limited as to what they can do. But obviously left over from a life that wasn't very uncommon years ago. One of them 70, one's 71 years old, and one's 46 years old. Obviously, time and education and opportunity has changed a lot of that in the Appalachian Mountains. But if you have any relatives in the Appalachian area, in Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, Virginia, you probably know some folks like that, or at least you're familiar with the poverty that's happened up there. That's a big part of it. No jobs, poverty, coal mining is closing down. Honestly, folks, it's a part of America that we've all forgotten about or never knew about, but our government sure has failed them over the years. We've got funds, we've got programs, we've got all kinds of things in the inner city to help folks in the inner city, and have for years. And I'm not saying they don't deserve it, they do deserve it. We have funds.
I mean, his credentials, he's an entertainment producer. He's a producer. And he has a company. This is not getting this guy. Please, 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 state of West Virginia, protect Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray. Please, 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 please. Like, I'm literally begging. Okay, like, for real, because this has the potential to really, but it's up to us viewers too. If this guy, there's a huge potential for a lot of stuff that could happen. Okay, we don't have to watch it, but we know we will. We know we will, and they know we will. Assholes.
Programs. We're putting luxury. We're putting illegal immigrants in luxury hotels and doing all kinds of things in the last. I don't want to make it about that. That's just a fact, my opinion.
This guy here, you're not really in touch with the community, then, are you? Oh my God, Courtney, don't listen to this asshole.
All that rolled up into one. But what we don't have is a way to go up and take care of these people. You can't just put them on disability and then turn them loose to live. They can't take care of themselves like most people can. They don't have the resources. They don't have the knowledge. And when you watch the Whittaker family, what's really got into the hearts of people is it just blows their mind that people still live this way during, I mean, it's 2025, folks, come on. And there's still people.
Wow, I don't know if I can listen to this guy. I want to punch the whole freaking computer right now. I want to punch this guy I want to punch my computer. I don't want to punch this guy. I just want to punch my computer. I don't put my hands on people. It costs too much money. Okay? But I want to, here's what I can do. I can stick this mouse in your nose and poke your eyes out right there. Say. You're not cool. Dude, you're not. Everybody, let's breathe. This isn't good.
People living that way, and they've forgotten and been failed by the government. The local people there that work for the state and the local officials, they do the best they can up there.
And they want to live like that. It's not like that. Let's change the phrase here. They're comfortable the way they live. So what? So what? If they want to live, people have the right to live the way they want to live. Okay? All right? I turned out just fine. I grew up in a country farm house. We had stove that you would have to put wood inside, a wood burning stove that heated a one, two, three, 5 bedroom house. Okay. There was no other heat source, and I'm fine. I mean, I might be a little sunshine kind of fried my brain, but you know, uh, I have 5 other brothers. They are very successful. It taught us a lot of things in life. I chose to leave the area, but that was my personal. Nothing happened to me. Okay? Come on, man. Just quit talking. I get very sick of people talking about the way other people choose to live. It pisses me off. And he's not talking just about the Whittakers here. He's like, all them poor people down there. Shut the hell up.
Like that up there, they're taking care of. Now,
This shit's
getting back
bullshit.
to what's kind of confused me and troubles me a little bit is I've gotten involved with a little bit of kind of the fundraising type thing. I've gotten some donations for them. And
Oh,
I'm
you
supposed to be up there
have?
on Friday. In the meantime, there's been a huge eruption that's happened up there.
When did you say you? Wait, we
with
gotta
the
go back.
for them, confused me and troubles me a little bit is I've gotten involved with a little bit of kind of the fundraising type thing. I've gotten some donations for them, and I'm supposed to be up there on Friday. In the meantime, there's been a huge eruption that's
Didn't know this. Didn't know this. So there's another guy with this hand out getting donations to go up. What are you gonna do when you get there? You gonna fucking pull out your camera and make them their show too? Now, oh, I'm getting tongue tied. I'm getting pissed. There's another guy. Wow. Somebody legally needs to step in and protect these
happened
folks.
up there.
Oh, he's not going to go now. Why would he go now? Because they're not for viewing pleasure anymore, right, sir?
With a family member who is on drugs, which if you watch any
Oh,
documentary about the Appalachian Mountains and some of the rural areas, there's a lot of meth addicts up there. And
exactly.
it's very common. It's all over the place up there. It's really sad. I mean, it is. And I'm not saying that to point the fingers or create a freak show out of this whole thing. It's
Yeah.
to educate you on what's happening up there.
Okay, you're going to
There are
educate. Now
thousands
he's
of
the
people.
educator. He's the educator in this freaking bullshit. Okay, we're going to call you Mr. Educator.
And I mean thousands of people who have been following these videos, these short clips that have been put up in the documentaries, thousands of them, and they all have an opinion now. They are demonizing one or the other, choosing sides with the 2 gentlemen who have been doing the fundraisers recently. It's Patrick Rourke and Eric Carroll.
Yeah,
They've done some
he probably
very
even
good,
watched another video.
very constructive work
Oh,
and have really changed their life.
shit.
They've brought a lot more quality into their life
Let me
recently.
tell you. Yes, exactly. Oh, trust me, we've known about them way before 8 years ago. This dude probably hasn't even met them yet. No, he said he's going to go up there Friday, but, trust, Patrick isn't smart enough to write all of that. Mm-hmm. This is crazy.
But all that work is getting overshadowed by infighting, people that have been watching, not understanding what's going on. If you live in
Right,
Los Angeles and
Courtney.
you're watching this documentary
Call him
and you've never been into a
jerk
rural area
face.
like that and understood those people
We
up
can
there,
call him jerk face.
don't offer an opinion to at least research that or talk to somebody that has, because I know it's something that would be worded completely different had you knew what you knew or what you may have learned. You wouldn't have wrote what you wrote. And there's so much of that going on right now, and it's not helping anybody. I also want to remind the folks who are picking sides on which person they think is legit and which one's not, because there's a bunch of witch hunts going on right now trying to demonize these guys. And I apologize to anybody that hasn't watched this thing, but I urge you to catch up on it, and I guess it'll explain why I'm so frazzled right now. But the people that are trying to pick out who's good and who's bad, and the 2 people who have been helping,
Let me tell you what. There's no other victims in here except for the Whittakers, okay? They put the other 2 grown-ass men, the other one giving advice to other daddies how to be a daddy, okay? He said he's smarter than the average bear. Okay, no. Stop that bullshit. Stop it right now. Be careful outside, and, this guy here, just because you talk all slow and soft don't mean we're going to listen to every word you say and understand that what you're saying is a bunch of bullshit. All right, we're not picking sides. The truth is the truth. You don't need to defer from it. Receipts are receipts. Where is the money? Why aren't you giving it to the Whittakers? Why haven't you put in proper programs for them? Come on, man. This doesn't take fucking rocket scientists over here.
You're not really helping anything right now. The real victims.
And you are too? Say who the real victims are. Come on,
are
say
not the people who've been fundraising, and not the people who have donated, graciously donated. So many
Yes,
people.
they are the victims because yes, you got that wrong, buddy. The people that donated their hard-earned money to help finance the Whittakers to make a better life are victims because they had no idea what that contract said. And once the contract was out, that it split 3 ways, that's bullfuckery. That's bullfuckery on many levels, okay? So, buddy pal, let me ask you, sir, if you would sign that kind of contract for you and your little bluegrass band, is that a good contract for you? You're the expert. I'm not. You tell me.
People have donated money to these folks and have really tried out of the kindness of their heart. So many have written beautiful things to these folks that come straight from the heart. But
because let me tell you something here, whippersnapper. We give a damn about the Whittakers. We don't give 2 flying fucks about you, 2 flying fucks about Eric, and 2 flying fucks about Patrick. News fucking flash, asshole. This guy's got me fucking pissed off.
Patrick are not the victims. They are not the victims here. Please don't paint them out, one or the other, to be a victim. I'm seeing some of that stuff out there. I'm not judging you right now. Please, let me make that very clear. I am not judging you.
Yes, you are judging us.
They are not the victims here, okay? It's unfair. It's sad to see how that thing is going right now. I hope there'll be some kind of a resolution. But the real victims are Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray. These are the 3 disabled.
And Betty.
They can't communicate with the outside world. They are petrified. They were taken away by the state last night. Now we're not talking about children and infants. We're talking about 2 people in their 70s and one that's 46 years old. Were taken away from their families. They only know one life, folks. Please keep in mind that these people are living in unsanitary conditions, but that's all they know. They don't know any other life. You didn't fail them. I didn't fail them. And the government, it's not the government's fault that they were born, but there could have been some better programs and some better education, and probably this conversation would have never happened and things wouldn't have went the way they did. Can't change history, but
I think
you
so.
can change the future. And writing the wrong thing, jumping to conclusions, can change the future in a direction that's only going to hurt the people who are really victimized even more. So you got to be really careful with that.
Right.
I'm going to continue to support them. I'm going to continue to help if I can. If I can't, I won't. But I'm certainly not going to hurt them. There was a house supposedly going to be built. The permits were pulled. I don't know how that's possible because I know a little bit about the building community, and I don't know that a site survey's been done. There's a lot of things that leave questions as to was that really happening. And I don't know. I'm going to reserve my opinion because then it's me pointing fingers. I don't want to do that. I'd like to see that resolved.
You can trash the Whittakers and the way they live, but you can't trash the moron that was taking the fucking money. Why? You don't want to step on anybody's toes because you need to get a game plan, don't you? Y'all 3 need to work together now, don't you? See, that tells me right there what your character is. You have no fucking problem getting up here talking about their conditions, okay? But you can't talk about what you think. Get out of here with that bullshit. Come heavy with it or don't come at all, asshole.
Between the 2 gentlemen.
Welcome to fucking social media.
It would be nice if they can't be resolved. Then I think if they can't help, step aside or build a damn house. You know what? I mean, just build a house. Don't punish them anymore. These people can't help it. They can't. They've been put in this world. 70 years of living that way has been disrupted.
And you think, and let me ask you and your little sidekicks here, you think 70 years living that way, you're just going to come in and start destroying shit and moving shit out without any proper fucking people put into place? Then you're dumber than I fucking think you are.
Worse than anything I've ever seen last night. Taking them out on stretchers and putting them in an ambulance. I'm not mad. I'm very frustrated. My heart bleeds for these folks.
Oh, I'm a little upset. I'm going to tell you now. If you check my blood pressure, it'll tell you. Because, sir, you too don't fucking get it. Because you know why? Because you don't know who the Whittakers are. You don't know who the Whittakers are.
I have relatives that live in poverty. My father.
Then here, why don't you do this? Go have a fundraiser for them and help them out. Stay the fuck away from the Whittakers. They've had enough YouTubers, fucking people messing with them. Let the state help them. And we'll keep our thumbs on the nicks of the state, okay?
It's from Mud Creek, Kentucky, in the Jellicoe, Tennessee area. And there's still folks that live that way out there. And
But you got some nerve to come on here and talk about the way the Whittakers live and your family living that way? Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I can only relate
You pompous asshole.
with people that have relatives like that or seen it before and understand it. And if you got a relative up there, that's why I keep asking. You know what I'm talking about. And it's really sad. They're human beings, but their course in life has been set. After 70 years, they don't know any other life. They just don't. But they want to be with their family. They're scared to death. They need to come back and be with their family. The state's doing their job. I mean, they're just doing what they can. But the best thing for them is to be with their family. I'm not here to tell anybody how to do their job if they're with the state and they're living in unsanitary conditions, but it's a little late for them. They're in their 70s now.
Wow.
Where was
And that's, it stopped there. So I don't know if he got cut off or what. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And they're probably half naked in drugs so they don't wake up much, right? Yeah. Yeah. Another man, we're gonna watch this shit go down. We sure the hell are. We'll see if he shows up. He's going live at 7. Where's this guy driving to? Is he driving to freaking Appalachian Mountains? This is gonna be boy, oh boy. I hope that Eric and Patrick are just sitting there with proud badges of honor on their chests today. Look what this has created. Wow. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, guys, I'm going to jump off here because I have all plans on coming live again at 7 o'clock because we're going to watch it. And if you feel like you want to come and watch it with me, come on over. And we'll watch him do whatever he's going to do on Facebook. All right. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me and doing what we do over here. You're always free to express your personal feelings in the chat. We try to not dox or harass anyone that's mentioned in the chat. And everything that we say over here is just opinionated. No facts, unless you hear it from the horse's mouth, I guess. All right. And take care of yourself the rest of the evening. Go stretch your legs. Shit, go take a pee and wash your heads, for God's sake. I'll see you at 7. Peace.
I'll never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show